10, but I don't have him yet. I'm not crafting him either. This card I never cared about. This card would have been fun to get. This is probably why I don't play Nerd, by the way. I don't play Nerd because I don't have Urizen.
Oh. If it makes you feel better, when I first started playing Nergigante, I also didn't play Urizen.
Yeah, but I feel like it's such an important card for that deck.
Urizen's for losers.
It's like a really good early high roll card, but
Yeah.
you don't need it. Because I was actually advocating, hey, don't play Urizen for a long time, but the card is absolutely strong.
Yeah.
And it could be seen as a core card for sure, but I don't think it's like necessary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like it's really, really good for Nerd, but it wouldn't be playable anywhere else, is the thing.
Correct. Except, I know, what's his name? Your partner, Eve AZN.
Yeah.
Eve Asian. He played Akuma with Urizen.
Oh, yeah, I saw that actually. Last time he streamed, I think.
Exactly.
He did something like that. I kind of get why he does it. He does it for the late game so he can play Legend Wesker at a higher value, but it's really risky.
It's also a really good high roll play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Like, it's so strong at the
God damn it. That high roll
Assuming your
stuff.
opponent doesn't have Electri or something, right? That's the only way to stop it right away. I guess a random destroy as well, but... You know.
Oh, I didn't even think. Yeah, you can Alexia that kind of hard.
You can definitely Alexia it, which is why I thought everyone was going to stop playing Urizen, but Nurg ended up being, like, high meta last season with the introduction of Ascension. Like, I really thought Urizen was going to fall off because of Alexia being a thing, but people still played Nurg with Urizen and high rolled, and it was really strong. That was definitely one of the best decks last month.
Dude, why stop? It works on me.
Yep.
That's why some green players still running a bunch of fucking seals. It's like, yo, what year is it?
You guys are hoping Hope for the Future gets buffed? Yeah, maybe.
Buffs.
I crafted it knowing it was terrible. That sucks for me.
Buffs don't exist in this game.
Buffs. That's why I'm telling you, man. Even if they were just to say, like, in May, what's coming? Buffs. And I'll be like, okay, cool.
At least you can pull Legends, yeah.
What's a really funny card we could say that got buffed, but it didn't really get buffed?
Marvin.
They got buffed?
No, I'm saying, like, what's the card that got buffed, but it wasn't actually a buff? You know what I mean?
Malice.
Another one I think is like Legendary Eater Nurg.
I was gonna say the Nurg is the only one that comes to mind. The Nurg is the only thing that comes to mind where they actually tried to buff. Everything else has just been Nurg.
Yeah.
Like, Legend Nurg did get buffed, but it's still bad. That's what I think is so funny about it.
I'm just thinking of cards that got buffed over time with newer cards being added to the set, like either being able to support it, like Malice, or being able to combo with it.
Right.
Trying to think of another good example, but I can't right now.
All right, so we are live. We just did like 2 minutes of a pre-show there while I was making sure everything is set up.
So you want me to raid your channel?
Yes, please. And then it'll be up to chat to tell me if
I don't know what happened.
Audio needs
You there,
to be
Malin?
fixed. I'm here.
1 epic and 5 packs, not rigged. Yeah, the epic luck is really bad. I actually got a lot of epics at the beginning of the season along with legendaries, but after that it's been really bad for me. So we're gonna raid Mount Moogle's channel. He just went live.
Thirsty
And
that
we're gonna do the
thing behind
podcast,
me,
guys. So get hype.
I see 0, but who else?
We
who
will be
else you
starting
got
in a
there?
minute. I'm gonna restart my Discord, guys, and
X and Axe.
start there. All right.
All right, Chris.
See you there.
You said your Discord. Whoa.
You just give him one of these. Ooh, hey, ooh.
Yo, who left?
It was Chris. He said he's restarting his Discord.
Oh, it's
there we
perfect
go.
when-
I was gonna
when he
say
left, but,
everybody had their own in that GIF.
That was actually perfect.
Yeah, I was so glad when like last week when everything just snapped into place automatically. I was like, thank God. Tired of having
I
to
unplugged my laptop.
make 4 different instances of Discord to to mirror the video from. Anyway, we're live. Like I said, chat. Tell me if I am too loud or someone is too quiet. It should have remembered the settings, and hopefully everyone's coming through just fine. But this is episode 5. I didn't put in the title. Episode 5. Right? I think last time I tried, I put 3.
Sure.
Sure.
Sounds about right.
Time has been weird. I don't even know. This could be episode 20.
I was gonna say time is probably weird for a lot of you guys. I'm normally inside a lot, but how are you guys dealing with the quarantine?
I'm still working.
I mean, yeah, I still work, but working from home, and it's not too different. I'm usually inside, but I like to take breaks to go do things, and don't get those breaks now.
Yikes.
Damn. Does suck.
People gotta eat Chinese food.
Yeah.
Damn
You know
straight.
what? The local Chinese place by me actually closed down last week. That really sucked.
Wow. Like
I've been
temporarily?
No.
It would be temporarily, yeah. They have
Oh,
a sign at the
really?
door and everything. They're right next to a Subway, and the Subway actually wasn't even open today. That's kind of weird. But yeah, they just haven't been open for a while. They're one of my favorite spots to go to, but yeah, it sucks.
But we're getting a stimulus hero skin coming in the mail soon. Stimulus check.
Some people would still not get a skin.
$1,200. Like, nah, you could maybe get a skin.
All right, fine. You can have Wesker without his sunglasses.
Beach Wesker. Just kidding. Yeah, I guess we could start with something kind of lighthearted. Predictions on the next skin, whenever that is.
Oh wow.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because skins haven't been released consistent enough to really get a sense of a pattern.
Yeah, it's been all over the place. But if we did,
The problem
could
with the
choose-
next set is we don't have a theme.
that's true.
If we had a
Not
theme,
yet,
it'd
anyway,
be
yeah.
a lot easier. But as far as like right now goes, like it could be anything. So it's probably more of like, what do you want to see? You know what I mean? Because there's really no rhyme or reason right now.
Yeah, I
Stars,
would definitely
Jill?
love an X skin.
Stars Jill would be cool.
Ooh,
Don't say it.
Gucci sweatpants. I like that. Stars Jill.
I mean,
yeah.
What about remake Jill?
what about remake Jill? If they
Yeah.
want to cross promote, that's an
Maybe.
idea.
I don't know. I mean, they already did the RE3 expansion, so I don't know if they revisit the game, but you know.
That's the thing too. I was thinking like once they have a new hero for every color, it was gonna be like the end of a season. But is that what we have here?
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be red again, or are we gonna have a new color?
I thought it would be red again, but maybe it's a new color. Who knows?
It's a really tough call. Like, how do they make the decision? You know, like how do they call it? Like this is gonna be the color. Or this is gonna be the color. It's a really hard
Right.
call.
Yeah, I mean, they could switch it up, but I don't know if they just like start going random again or something, right? Because if they go backwards, they'd have to start with purple again. And I don't think people want purple again,
Oh my god, I'm thinking another purple hero.
right?
What the
That would just
hell?
kill the game. But I don't know. If they spice it up with a new color, that might get a lot of more attention, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And like a brand new series, maybe brand new hero.
Yeah, that's what I figured would be a nice little thing. Ever since people pointed out that that little tidbit about the 6 most recent card sets are going to be used in ranked, It's
Yeah.
just been kind of like, oh crap. I was like less and less
Right.
sure of this as a season.
So, yeah, that's actually an interesting point. So if they don't remove core, which they probably won't do, right? If they won't remove core, the next one that would go away is Day of Nightmares, right?
Yeah. Yikes.
So I think they'd have to do a red expansion to replace it.
That's a good point.
Maybe.
So it'd have to be like every 7 they'd have to replace something. So once
From the same
set
color.
number 7 comes out,
That was. Which one was that? That was the green one, Devil's Awakens. So
Day of Nightmares is Green's worst set anyway. Listen. Green's
Explorer.
fine. What did they get?
Green,
Oh, they
some
got some Explorer.
Yeah, I think right now is Green's worst expansion, purely just because of how strong Black and Purple got. So right now is absolutely Green's worst expansion.
Oof.
Yeah.
Also because this expansion nerfed the only consistently good hero art for Green.
Yan?
Right.
It's fine. I see Yon
Still
do
have X.
perfectly well against red.
Yeah, Green
Yeah.
does perfectly well against Red.
I guess it's a good segue into the state of the ladder. Who the hell's grinding this week?
I mean, I just got 65th place on that 2039. So I got 38 points today, I guess. I think I started at 2001.
That's a
So I
lot.
won all my games with Revenge Zero. My last game was against a Japanese player, NR something. He always plays Ryu. I know him. He streams, I think, on whatever that other program is, Mirror or whatever.
Mirror to
But I haven't watched him in a while. And I beat him 30-0. He did a couple misplays. But yeah,
played 30 games and
ran
won
into
every
a lot
one of them.
stuff, though. Yeah, I ran into a lot of random stuff though. I ran into an Ouroboros Kami that never found False Throne. He played out Obsessive Duel. He played Rebirth with nothing in the graveyard, and then he just gave up. That was fun. And, yeah. So for me, I actually haven't lost in ranked in a while. I'm not trying to like rub that in.
Damn,
either.
dude.
Just flexing.
I don't play ranked that much. Like today's the first day I played in ranked since Thursday or Wednesday. I can't even remember. Whenever I hit 2K, I think it was Wednesday or Monday even. I only play like once or twice a week in ranked. But I think the last time I lost was like a couple weeks ago. But this whole season, I never lost to Charge Shot X. So I'm like, I don't know what the problem is. But I've been playing like Black and Purple. The beginning of the season was really rough for me. I will say that. But by the end, I don't know. It just started to click. And I got kind of lucky with my matchmaking, I think. And I'm playing a solid deck. And Zero's busted. So yeah.
Yay, Zero's busted. Would you agree with me that the last week of the ladder is always the most chaotic?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The last day is going to be insane. I'm pretty much done. I'm not playing tomorrow.
I played a
It's gonna
little
be terrible
bit.
tomorrow.
I guess it's like last week. And yeah, it didn't occur to me until I was like running into a bunch of weird stuff. But I was like, yep, it is the last week, so everyone's making this
Yep.
mad dash.
I've been running into this
Scary.
weird stuff since the beginning of the season, so it's been last week for me all month.
Weirder than usual, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one stream day where I didn't run into a single zero, and I was like, how did I play this game for 3 hours and didn't run into a zero?
You fall low enough, you start losing the zeros.
Yeah, I never saw Wrath that much. I'm kind of thankful for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is God, it's probably a pretty bad matchup for me. I haven't seen too many of them though.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with it. I have a couple ways to tech around it, but once I run out of those options, like Malice and stuff, it's pretty much GG's if they find another Valstrax.
I've been watching a lot of streamers playing fucking Rathalos, and it's hard to watch,
frustrating.
man. It's frustrating to
Yeah.
even watch.
Yep. It's good though.
So then, Iowa, what is your experience with the ladder this week? I guess this
This
past
week, particularly,
This last week.
this last week.
Ever since our last podcast.
Honestly, I haven't been playing that much for the last week, just due to like I don't know, other things. But for TEPPEN itself, like I did get to play a few games, and I think it was actually really recently I hit 2K top 100, and then I just kept playing on stream, and then I lost it all. And I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, it's not a big deal, because like, you know, this month I really just set into the same mindset of like playing TEPPEN to have fun.
Right.
And for me, I enjoy the meta, surprisingly. I do agree that Zero is a problem, like it's overtuned. But right now there's a lot of, viable decks. But the problem is that TEPPEN, I think, like just by game design, it's faulty to having high roll and RNG being the factor of like who wins and who loses. So I think that's kind of painful. But as far as like my experience this week on playing in the ladder, I'm having fun. But that's because I'm playing Zero. So
Fun? Oh, 'cause
I mean, if I was playing anybody else, it was like I would still have fun, but I absolutely have fun playing Zero. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
It's just funny you mentioned RNG, because like the worst RNG we had to worry about when the game first came out was like how much damage is Spike Launch going to do across the board, right?
That is so true.
and
And
now
like
it's that.
there's so much now. There's so many variables now.
It's ridiculous too, because like the variables can start like out of the gate, because traditional card games you have to slowly ramp up to like whatever your play is, but in TEPPEN you can just throw like something high cost out of the gate, just like a Urizen, for example, you know. God Car Machine, you just roll these fools, man.
God, Card Machine is not the most scary thing.
It is for what is it?
There's
It
no
is for
bugs.
Zero if he does not run Soul's Return. If Zero does not run Soul's Return, he just stares at God Car Machine and he cries.
Or he just Rakohas him.
In the face, dude.
But you have shields. You have shields.
It takes a while.
There's not that many. You have 15 Rakohas. We have 5.
You can
not gonna get
Rakoha a
it.
little bit slower than Antibody.
Build up.
An early God Car Machine will get you there against Rakoha. An early one. But I do agree with Thirsty. Like if it's mid to late game, then yeah, it feels bad.
Feels
The
bad.
problem with the early God Card though is it's hard to give it a lot of backup. And you can just chip them away pretty easily.
That's true. You have to play it like near Charge Shot, I think, in my opinion, because then he gets bigger. But it's like, even then, the Zero deck is based on having to play actions, so that way they can get their engine going. They have to get that memory, but they don't have anything to target. So if they play an action, then you get 2 free MP to, you know, buff your God Car Machine, and then they
Right.
cry.
And you can't like buffet it or anything like that because that fails. So.
Correct.
Another thing. I think as long as they don't have auto heal on the God card to start, I'm okay with it. Like I can work at it. But if they put auto heal on it or something, I feel like I'm screwed. I don't know. It gets so scary with auto heal.
Yeah, God Card and Auto Heal is definitely the magic sauce. But that's
Yep.
It's tough. Tough to set up.
It's 9 mana and you have to hope you don't get negated.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's that little thing. You know. What about the EXGP this last week? People were kind of excited for it. What was everyone's experience with that?
I think
I
I
was
played
hella
as
wrong.
much as. Oh yeah, yeah, you were. With that.
Hella wrong with what?
I said on the last podcast that Akuma was the best hero.
Oh,
Don't at me.
I remember.
I was so wrong.
Yep. But I was wrong too.
Oh my gosh. I ended up having to replay that darn EX Grand Prix like 5 times. 4 or 5 times. So yeah, don't play Akuma.
That's why I went early, because people didn't. They were
Yeah.
doing like what was fun, what it seemed like was a good idea, and they didn't expect Jill with 6 explorers.
Yeah. I played like I made a basic deck for every hero on Thursday when I did the stream last week, and I took it into free match, and it was kind of cool because literally no one ever plays EXGP free match. But since I was streaming, I actually had people from the chat take their basic decks in free match as well, basically stream sniping me, and we were all doing matches together for like the whole night, and that was like kind of cool. It was basically our own private room, but with, you know, EXGP limitations, right? So that did give me enough practice, and I settled on 0 with Inner Demons and Big Res, basically Dante Res. And that got me 4-1 on my first run. And then on the second run, I decided to do a Kokosho deck with Chun-Li and like some growth cards, kind of similar to what Will was running against me. And I actually ran into Will on that run with Kokosho, and I won. I ended up going 5-0 on that run. So thanks for the deck, Will.
Thanks for the win, chump.
Yep. Yeah, he misplayed a little bit. He grew the wrong card, and that gave me the advantage.
What's going on, Red Cat, man? We're just talking about the EXGP, which, by the way, Chris, I remember like being like, oh, I just want to play against a streamer. I just want to get in there, and it took me probably 5 tries to do that once.
Yeah, you did stream snipe me, and you got, man, you screwed me over really hard, man. There was, I was getting salty. I was like, man, why you gotta find all these floors and stuff? I thought Jill sucked.
I'm sorry, but I needed that. I had a really bad day, and to cap that off, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you weren't that bad out of shape about it.
Nah, I mean, you know, it happens. I ended up losing a lot that day. It was just a good way to figure out which decks would work, and then that really helped me when the time came.
I did enjoy beating Chris in the practice matches with nothing but
Oh,
Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
That corrupt organization must be
Dude, this deck, dude. Just a bunch of just 6. I can't get over that. It's so like, can you get your Mikhails? Like,
Yeah.
And you're brought to light.
The Jill Explorer is really scary in that format, though. She's really strong.
Yeah, once she gets going, she's good. But
Yeah.
oof. I think I beat
Yeah.
in my one and only run. I think I faced 3 zeros and I beat them all. It was just some Wrath that beat me that barely knew what he was doing, but I ripped
Really?
so hard that I had just nothing.
Yeah, Red with Basic was interesting because they had like combo units and flight units, right?
Yeah. We get 1 flight unit, we could parry off. Purple's good. Splashing purple was a fantastic idea. If you get a couple accelerated thoughts going, it was just like mana for red.
It's good basic. Does have one of the best basic units in Hunk.
Yes, Hunk is basically Carlos. I love him.
Yeah.
So Thirsty, what was your experience with the EXGP? I don't think you said anything.
I didn't get to play it as much as I wanted to. I think I only did 1 run, but I went 4-0. I'm sorry, 4-1.
4-0, quit.
I went 4-0. I quit. I lost to 0. I mean, it basically came down to if I drew the big chun, everything was fine. If I didn't
Use X.
Yeah, I did X Heart Tank, which worked decently well.
Heart Tank Victory.
Yeah, Victory, like in basics, you can actually use Victory, which is nice. It's just so hard to get Victory
Yeah.
off in the game right now as it is because units don't trade a lot. Yeah, it's good. I did find it funny, like looking at it, just with Zero's basics and Purple's basics. Purple just has a lot of better things that other colors are meant for. Like Purple has the best on-play damage card in their basics. They have the best healing. Oh, Black has the best healing card in the basics. It's just silly to me. It's you can definitely tell that they're making these basics with the current stuff in mind and not as like an actual basic set in mind.
That's why I jumped on purple really quickly on his splash.
What heals in black?
Like a demon. One heals for 3 for 1. You sacrifice
yeah.
HP as well.
I'm talking about unit healing.
Yeah, sorry, unit healing. Not hero healing.
Okay, got it.
Because I know there was some idea of thinking charge shot was going to be good, but I just know green doesn't have enough healing in its basic to make charge shot good.
Doesn't that just sound weird?
Yeah. Charge shot purple's all right, but yeah, they need more.
Yeah, with purple, yeah, with the resonates, but it's not. It's like non-existent with mono green.
So overall, was it a good idea? This was the most interesting EXGP in a while, I think.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
It was more consistent. No RNG involved.
It was a nostalgia EXGP. What about you, Io? What did you think?
For the EX Grand Prix,
Yeah.
I thought that there was like a few viable decks, but for me, I think Heavenly Kicks, Lightning Legs Chun was the best.
Really?
Oh, really?
Because that's what I went 5-0 with. I did Kakosho kicks, but it's like you had to use your brain more and you had to be like really on point with the timing. Whereas like if you have
Right.
Heavenly Kicks Chun, you can just drop, 8 cost Chun, give it piercing, and just like go trigger happy.
Yeah. Chun's
No.
very strong.
We need more V turn 1, Enlo says.
No.
No.
Never.
That
That's
was terrible. That was terrible EXGP.
Awful idea.
I played one match of that one. I didn't even play a whole round. It was just like, nah. I've had enough.
Brutal.
I heard you guys love RNG in your Teppens, though.
We put this 3-sided coin you can flip every 3 seconds.
Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to the next one for sure.
Ooh, the next
Yeah.
one, the red and black. Now, I didn't play the green and purple. Does that mean you have to have both colors in there, or that's your choice of color?
They both have to be in there.
They can need both. Yeah.
So you can't just have red solid or black solid.
Yeah, no mono.
Oh.
Right.
Had to bring out the nerd.
I'm still gonna say that either it was because of our red-black match, or maybe that's the reason why they put that on the Teppen channel, because they knew that the XGP was coming up. Me and Mallet's Jill versus Akuma match.
We're just that good, dude.
Yeah, I hear the fuzz feedback too.
My
Yeah,
bad.
I think it's coming from Mallet.
I think it was from me. It's over.
Is it?
Should be done. I don't see anything on the.
Oh, it is actually a little bit when you're talking.
When I'm talking right now.
Yeah, you can hear it in the backgrounds while you're talking, so there's something with your mic.
Oh, jeez.
That's
It's a little
okay.
thing.
We can just keep note of it. I hate when that happens on stream, because like when I think it was my last stream during the EX Grand Prix, it was telling me I had frame drops, and every time I have frame drops, I always get so anxious on stream. Like I
get
don't
mad.
feel good.
Yeah. Not happy
This
about
is
it.
one of the worst feelings. But Mallet, don't worry about it.
Too late. I'm worried about it. Can you hear it now?
No, it's gone.
I think you're,
Okay,
I think
it
you're
might
fine,
be the
man.
the aux cable into the phone.
yeah, I think you're fine.
We don't need Teppen audio right now, so
Good.
we're fine.
Anyways, next EXGP, red black. What are you guys using?
Nerd. Let's go, boys.
I'm gonna use
Dive
that
bomb.
Sekia deck.
Dive bomb, boys.
Ooh. Sekia, I like that.
I didn't really play much ranked or anything this week. I did a lot of Sekia, especially doing all the streams, so I can get people to play me and fund an entire 2v2 tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just playing a lot of the Sekia and rematch, and it was a lot of fun. Enjoy it.
What about Ascension with Raging Demon? Does that work?
Ray doesn't have a lot of great Ascension though, does it? So
Nope.
I guess he can throw down Pegasus and then
Pegasus
ascend
is
him
good.
for a destroy and splash damage.
How would that? That seems so weird to me. You like put fucking Pegasus down. Oh, dude. Force spread
You know,
damage.
force damage elsewhere, yeah.
Though I do
Might as
wonder
well.
if the destroy goes off first, or if it's possible that the damage is going to go to the unit that's being destroyed.
Hmm.
It's always the Ascension effect first, I think.
Okay, so then the damage could potentially go to the unit that's being destroyed.
Oh,
from Raging
just
Demon.
like Alexia.
Yeah, it's the same problem that Alexia has. Like, her effect goes off first, and then it kills the unit in front.
She's fine though because that card should be nice and inconsistent and unreliable.
Yeah, it's a little random. It's pretty busted, though, in general. So.
Yeah, if you get the 2-for on that, it is godly.
It's a 50-50.
Iowa, what's your plan for the red-black EXGP?
So my first thoughts, like, I was just like, it's another Grand Prix, but have you guys been noticing that Nurigante Spike Dive Bomb Red Black has been taking up a lot of like top 100 ranked ladder?
What?
Really?
I've had like at least 3 people message me about them seeing top tier Nurigante Black Red Spike Bomb decks, like
Sin-
top 20, top
Sin-
10.
What?
Believe it,
Since
that
when?
deck's really good.
Deck's really fucking good, dude.
Yeah, the deck has been, for me, I've been hearing about it like the past 3 days. So,
Dude, I take 100% credit. Just kidding. No. Damn, that was me. That's me.
It's pretty solid. Yeah.
And yeah, it might be pretty good for that. I think it's also kind of a surprise factor. I think people don't really know how to deal with it too much. But I do, let me see, I did play a little bit on the ladder with it, and I struggled with anything that has really fast removal, Ryu. Once the 0 kind of gets going, it's really annoying when your units get blasted. Or, you know, if they're patient enough to wait for you to dive bomb and they just bounce it.
Yep. That's the best way to beat it.
Yeah.
Make them waste the dive bomb and then fate.
Yikes.
Yep.
Not a fan. So I wasn't. Yeah, I don't really see how it could be that successful. I guess there people are just really good.
They're just not
see
running
it.
into fates or reuse.
Maybe.
Fucking Ryu's. Yeah, let's talk about the 2v2 tourney this Saturday, bastards.
the Thirsty Games
Hopes Will's in
extravaganza.
We had a Thirsty Games extravaganza.
Nice.
The sponsored dude gave him my first fight money.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was
That's
cool
fun.
to have. I'm glad we made it happen. I'm glad Thirsty made it happen.
And Iowa made it happen too. at the
Oh
start.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we still gotta like, for me, I want to shout out to the Fatty Power, because when we were talking about the tournament, he was originally supposed to do it for like last week, and then this week was, you know, unexpected for him, but he still wanted to do it. But you know, things happen, all that stuff, and yeah, you know, it's really hard to find people that have enough ambition and the want to like give back to the community. So I want to give a shout out to Fatty Power for that.
Very cool.
Thank you, Fatty, for throwing that.
Thank you. Let's see. So yeah, we had the winners. We had Will. We had True Asian. The winning team. And then, well, I mean, how many teams do we have join? Is it 5?
I think it was 5, right?
They only won because they got a bye in the first
Yeah.
round.
I am sad I didn't get to win a single match with X. He failed me
Damn.
horribly.
Jill didn't do me too
I was
much good
gonna
either.
ask, Did True Asian play at all, or was it Will the whole time?
Did he play it all? Oh, that's not... Damn, dude. He
Just a
played.
question. Okay, I didn't see it.
He did,
yeah.
but Will was the ringer.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, they were making jokes. I didn't get it because like I was at work, so I couldn't watch anything.
Did you watch the VOD?
No.
Like the hesitation.
There's a
Oh.
VOD?
Did you do your homework? Oh.
Oh shoot. I'm
Yeah,
getting a call,
dude.
guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It might be warm.
Yeah, those guys were they're buttering me up. Fucking Will was like, man, I'm fucking scared of this deck. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I haven't tried it against a fucking Ryu because they're rarely played on the ladder.
Oh, wow. So what will use? He used Ryu.
Yeah, he used Ryu and just put cards down, and my cards went down in the HP value, and they kind of just disappeared.
That's what Ryu does.
I made the horrible mistake of not thinking he drew murderous spikes.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that hurt me
Did
so
you
much.
watch? Did you watch my stream during that part? I mean, not during the
No,
match, but like later on.
No, I probably should, but
I
that's-
audibly was like, "Oh, dude, greedy."
Oh wait, yeah, no, I heard that because I can still hear your audio.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like- I just remember being super. I felt so dumb. Like that was another evasive action going to the wrong target feeling because I just watched your match and then you got hit with murderous spikes and you're like, oh, he runs that. I forgot. And then it's like, he forgot. And then,
Haha, he forgot. He runs one, dude. In all honesty, you had like every chance. You know what I mean? Like it was the best time to do that at the beginning, because that was your first card, I think. So the fact that he had that in his first like kind of hand is ridiculous.
yeah, Will drew disgustingly well. I need to be a better player and draw like that.
That's Will, man.
Just draw
very
better.
lucky.
But yeah, super smart, and I think my my last minute change to that red black nerd was a big big game shaker. I think people just weren't sure how to deal with it, and it carried me all the way up until Will was like, "Get this weak sauce shit out of my face," and I was like, "Okay."
That's cool. Yeah, you guys did pretty good.
Yeah, we had the illusion of being invincible for a while. We were killing it.
Yeah, you can get that feeling in tournaments sometimes where you just run through people. And it's like, oh, I feel like I can just beat anyone, and then you go up against someone like Will, and it's like, well, I might lose now.
Go up against fucking high school
That probably wasn't
fucking
me anyway.
teenager. You're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Are we talking about Will right now?
Yeah, we're talking shit about Will.
There's one thing I want to say about with Jill, and it's like, because I know we all have our perspectives as streamers, because we've all fought with Jill, because with Jill loves viewer matches, and I just want everybody to like have like a peek from our side. So every time I play against with Jill, especially viewer matches, this guy is like 9 years old, and his reaction speed is stupid. His setup time is stupid, and he's just really quick. So every time I fight against him, I feel like he's hacking the game, or he's cheating.
He's a
Oh, is he
fucking
cheating?
cheater, dude.
Damn.
I always feel like he's cheating, but
I never
obviously
considered that.
he's not cheating. But it feels like he's a robot.
No,
right?
no.
That's
no,
Chris's
Will's
main
not
takeaway.
that
It's like,
good.
yeah, Will's cheating.
Yeah, every
Why are you
time I
cheating?
play against with Jill, I feel like I'm playing against God. That's
Damn, dude.
that's legitimate.
Wow.
It's better than when I play against water. When I used to play against water. So would Jill have that like that young boy reflexes, that 9-year-old reflex?
God is a 9-year-old, dude. Confirmed.
Yup.
But you know what I mean. You've played against with Jill.
Yeah.
Yep. Go on.
Yeah.
There's some. He's got like all the way across the screen. Need to drag this thing. No problem, dude. Give me 2 frames.
Most satisfying thing when you finally do beat him though, and you can just like win quit.
Well, what happens to me is I
I'm
run
at
into on the ladder, and he's a wuss on the ladder. But then in viewer matches,
Remember,
he just flips me. He's like, "Who the fuck is this Jill player?" But
You know, I just had a thought. The other person that had really scary reflex timings was also Xseed, and Xseed was
Xseed.
also a what you call it?
Ryu.
He was
Kid.
a Ryu main. What if what Jill is actually Xseed? Because I haven't seen
People
Xseed in
remember
a while.
discuss.
Mm-hmm. Like the Illuminati or something, right?
This is-
Aluminum.
Aluminum, yeah.
I talk to Exceed every now and then. He's still holding up, but he definitely doesn't play Teppen anymore. He's in gotcha
Yeah.
hell.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I can't say I feel bad for him because I've been there.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm playing a lot of the same games as him. So
Okay. He's,
Oh, yeah.
he's a really cool guy. I love Xseed.
yeah, he's awesome. I wish he'd come back, but you know, it's understood.
I don't know, man. Ryu's looking pretty hot right now.
He's good. Ryu's always been solid.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. I totally agree.
It's strange because at the beginning of this card set and the last one, I think there were some major like, for lack of a better word, baby rages from the Ryu players, but then they just got good. It was like shit. Okay, once they adapt
It's
to
kinda
it,
like-
they're just like,
Yeah. It's interesting with every season because like either Ryu's really good at the start of the season and then people figure him out, or Ryu players are like frustrated that they can't win with Ryu at the start, and then all of a sudden they start winning. And I
yeah,
think that's what happened this time. And I'm just talking about like regular like vanilla Ryu. I'm not talking about Denjin. Denjin's like its own beast. That
Yeah.
that doesn't even count as Ryu, man. That's like something else entirely.
that's evil.
I'm just
Ryu.
talking about Shenku. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It seems like the people that play Ryu, like, that's their thing. That's what they do. They have a specific set of skills.
Yeah.
Fucking math. But
Model, you're doing fine.
early on, it was like I was complaining, like, "Oh man, Red got shafted," and all the Ryu players were like, "Yeah, Red sucks. Fucking, I'm out of here." And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, "Yo, man, top 100 with Ryu." There's a picture. There's something on Twitter. I remember seeing somebody got top number one
Yeah.
with Ryu. It was like, okay. Also, oh my God, Chris, what happened?
What?
Your
His
screen's all
video's fine
blurry.
on mine.
Is it?
You are.
Oh, his video is also fine on my end too.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's on your end, Matt.
Oh,
It might be on your end, yeah.
Whoa.
Chris has been infected with the Maverick virus.
how about now?
Yeah, you look great.
Okay.
Look great.
It
I look
looks
okay.
spectacular.
Fantastic.
I just restarted.
Okay.
I still can't see you guys, but it's whatever.
Oh shit.
As long as you can see me and hear me, I'm cool.
Well, we can hear you just fine. The video
Okay.
is melting.
Is it?
Is it just for me?
Yep.
What
Fine
the
on my end.
hell, dude?
I don't know.
Can I? I
Or it's
can.
freaking out.
I can block you. I'm
Oh,
trying.
God. Let me do the camera off. And then I'm gonna turn it on in a second here. Alright. Does that work?
Yes.
Maybe.
For now. I'm watching and waiting.
Very ominous. Sorry.
No, it must be something on mine. I don't know what it could be though.
I don't know.
Oh, if it does it again, I'll change the region for the call, so you can can do that. So we were talking about
Ryu.
2v2 tournament. Talked about Ryu.
Oh yeah.
Ryu players are friggin' 5-head, big brain boys. Damn, how do they do it? So there's a tweet. Someone got #1 slot with Ryu.
Yep.
Time Rocker came back and he got top 100 with Ryu.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
I was just seeing a lot more Ryu. I mean, pictures because I'm not really touching the ladder. Screw that.
Yeah. There are 11 North American players in top 100 right now.
And none of them are me.
Time Rocker is actually a really good player. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he's great. Guess who is the #1 North American player right now?
Me. Just kidding.
It's not Ryuzu.
It's not Ryuzu, he's second.
Oh, Ryuzu got second? Yo, that's my other boy.
He's second North American right now.
I was worried about my boy Ryuzu because like last night I was checking, he was not up there, and I was feeling kind of like, oh my god, you know.
He's around 2060 right now, but he might be playing more. I don't know.
Oh, water?
If I was him, I would just take a break. 'Cause
I'm 1 point ahead of Water right now.
Damn, dude, water dropped.
Oh, are you the #1, Chris?
Nope, it's Kyle P.
Damn.
At 2080 something,
Your competitor.
and he's
For-
using pretty much the same deck as me, Revenge Zero. So it's a pretty good deck, guys.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
for
fine.
sure.
Oh, shit.
Shout outs to you and Kyle P representing, and you guys have a match, a showdown this Saturday.
We do. Yeah, good segue.
Clash of the Giants, too. You gotta start staking points. That's what they should let you do. Just bet points.
Yeah.
Law win trading. No. I'll pass him real quick, dude. Whoa.
I believe you can, Will. I know the last day is going to be insane. Like, Ryu's is probably going to get up there. So, we'll see.
I don't know how people could do that. And that actually is
I
a good segue into a topic that we were talking about a little bit earlier today. Salt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about some salt.
Let it loose, guys.
I'm not even sure where to start because I was thinking
How
like
you really feel.
in general how to deal with it, how much is a a healthy amount of salt, and where is the line that you should stop. And other people, I think Thirsty tossed out like the sources of salt, like talk about maybe why everyone's getting so salty. But so I don't know, where should we start? Why is everybody getting salty?
Yeah, so I think I'll kick this off because one of the things I kind of wanted to bring up is why does it feel like people are getting saltier more at the game now than before? And for me, it feels very similar to the salt I would get against old purple big rezo, right? Where you get board locked, you don't get to play, you're just waiting to lose. And for me, I feel that same salt a lot now because it's just there's more of those decks that give that same feeling of you're not getting to play and you're just waiting to lose if you don't have the right things. And I mean, now we're back into a big, strong purple meta, and it is a point brought up a long time ago that it's really strong again. Is that purple has all the tools to deal with everything. So there's very few situations where they kind of end up in that feeling, where a lot of the other colors just don't have the tools to deal with those things. Like, I don't think there's any situation that purple doesn't have an answer for that can run in, that just fits in decks too. Like, that isn't a weird tech card. Right? Like, purple has a lot of answers that are, you can answer to a lot of flying units with purple without having to run something like Roaring Typhoon and have people laugh at you for running Roaring Typhoon.
Oh, sorry, I laughed.
I mean, yeah.
Only had that played on me once, and that was with Yawn because they could spare all that mana. They're like, fuck you. Get this shit out of the air.
I 100% agree with Thirsty. That's like a very, very valid and true point. Like that honestly resonated with me.
Get it?
Hey,
Trigger
hate
word.
that
Get
mechanic
it?
too.
Fucking resonate. God damn.
It's-
Between the
it's not
green and
even a
purple
pun.
players, god damn it.
It's not even a pun. Like it is a pun, but I actually do like the word resonate.
It's a good word. I used to like the word until I
It's a good word. We should put it on some cards.
This game's ruining vocabularies out here.
But yeah, a lot of it too, I think, comes from a lot of matches that you lose. It's not something I feel like you can go back and watch and learn from. Like, what could I have done better? It's just, I wish I drew better, type of thing, or I wish they didn't draw as great.
That's a
It
really
got
good point.
touched on before, where it's just RNG is kind of taking over. High rolls are super powerful, and I do know like there's an upside to deck diversity. It's nice, but also the diversity of decks is just things that most things don't have answers for. So it just feels bad. There's no tools to deal with these things. Like, you know, Uro, Wesker, Cammy is. I don't think that adds to deck diversity in a positive manner, because there's nothing you can really do against that. Either you hope they didn't draw right or you lose. And I think that's what adds to a lot of the salt and rage that's coming from this meta.
I 100% agree with that. And I kind of want to like go off on like your point too. Is that, you know, I mentioned earlier during this podcast is about TEPPEN by design. It's susceptible to like all these high rolls in the RNG. And my thing is like TEPPEN is a game that has a lot of skill and it has a lot of RNG as well. But I think the biggest problem is like the RNG factors, or like high rolling. They're just too explosive. So when they're that explosive, it does leave players often in times to feel like, and it is actually true. Like you feel, and the reality is you could have done nothing better. You know, you just got freaking 3 Valstrax and you died. That's it.
Yeah, I try to compare this to the Yawn meta, where, you know, I was losing a lot playing X, but I was still having fun, and it's because I felt like I could tweak my decks and kind of keep improving. I don't have that feeling here. I don't like feel like I can get useful data playing 10 matches and tweaking the decks, right? I just feel like I'm gonna get hit with big things and I can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
The power creep is very real, especially this expansion.
Yep. Yeah, I think TEPPEN has always had that element, but definitely that element of having high roll decks is a lot more prevalent right now.
Yeah.
And I
Keep adding more stuff, right? So the more stuff they add, the more potential there is to break the game, as there always is with any other game, right?
correct.
So it's always up to them, right, the developers, to figure out like if there are any potentially, you know, busted combos. And I'll always say this, when they introduced, you know, Sigma, I don't think they looked at Malice at all. Like I think they just forgot that card existed.
Oops.
And then it ended up being used with Cammy, but that's another beast entirely, right?
Yeah.
Man, I can't fault them for that. But the Sigma thing, they should have saw coming.
Yeah, it's a frustrating combo to do. The Uro Cammy stuff. Ugh.
Yeah. But I do have to credit them for like the game's ambition. The game TEPPEN itself is very ambitious because it's a unique genre that we're not really accustomed to. So, well, of course we're accustomed to it now because we've been playing the game for like, I don't know how many months it's been, like 8 or 9 months.
9, I think.
9. Yeah.
Almost 9, yeah.
Can't believe it's almost 9. I can't believe we're almost at 6 sets too, or technically 7. Right?
Yeah.
Damn. I think that with new sets, they want to make them like a little bit stronger so that you're not just using the same sets or the same cards over and over again. So how do you make a card stronger? You can up the stats, you can make it, you know, harder to answer, which is pretty much the problem here, is that we got shit like Valstrax where it's just like 2 mana to put it up in the air with rush, agility, flight. So, I mean, where do you go from here? You're gonna have stuff that's like better value. It's gonna be like, what'd you say, Thirsty?
They're just gonna print a new Valstrax, but it's gonna also have combo.
It's gonna have combo.
Yeah, they need more combo units. Clearly. It's just interesting that you mentioned like power creep, because it seems like they always, and it's not an intentional thing, right? But whenever they introduce a new mechanic, it's really strong for that current patch because it's new and they're doing support for it, right? But then the next patch almost like erases it entirely, right? I mean, there's still some explore around, but not that much, right? There's some growth around, but it's very rare. And then Ascension, like, pretty much got wiped out with this patch. It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. And that's what's gonna happen if you have a meta that's like, our new mechanic that's focused on actions, focused on units. So like, Ascension is not going to be as good because we're all using the new memory stuff, and they want you to feel like the cards are stronger. You should use that new mechanic. That's why I think if they run out of mechanics, they could kind of try to balance all of them equally. It'll be interesting to see a set where all of them are equally represented, or maybe there's just a lot of growth from green, there's a lot of ascension from black, etc., etc. You know?
About anti-air.
Anti-air could be a thing.
Remember that?
That'd be cool if they made that into a mechanic.
I only know that card whenever I'm trying to fly over some fucking X bullshit, and it's just like, no, you can't. Actually, you get your shit back down.
Yeah, I was so hyped when they introduced anti-air as a mechanic. I was so excited when I first saw that. I was like, finally a good answer for Raft decks. And they introduced like 2 cards for it. Get hyped.
Get hyped. They need a core 2 soon. Like, expand on
rare,
current
right?
units.
Core
I
2,
mean,
oh, what's up, Stout? It's good.
Balance is releasing a new set and hoping for the best. I mean, they've certainly mixed things up. We didn't. The last few sets we took purple down and then we brought it back, so that was different. Rather than the previous, I think the first 3 or 4 sets, it was like, oh, purple's good again, but in a different way. 4s isn't, you know, we nerfed a little bit of 4s, but they're still here. We have 3.5, and it's still pretty damn good.
Imagine if they didn't nerf stealth, though.
Oh, God.
Yeah, right?
That'd be a problem. With Mizu and, you know, Metal Shark and the X-Hunters in general. If they get stealth, that's probably game.
Sure.
Yeah. I wonder, I think ideally for me, they would introduce a new color, even if it's just 1 hero, and then after that, they can just make a core 2, and then start all over, so to speak, quote unquote, and just give everybody a chance to like try something new and go back to fundamentals, you know?
Bold decision.
It is kind of bold. It's gonna make people a little butthurt that they won't have fate. Where's my fate?
I just want them to nerf for Koha, then I'd be happy.
That too.
They'll more than likely nerf it.
Well,
it's crazy that they haven't yet. That they're not going.
Speaking of nerf,
set rotation supposed to be
Or
what,
the lack
6
of.
sets? It's like the last 6, what they say. The latest 6 card set. So instead of
Yeah.
having like a new set, it sounds like they'll just be like, when they add one, they'll start subtracting the oldest one.
yeah.
At least for ranked.
If you go to ranked and rules or something like that, it says it.
Yeah, I got it on the screen right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, not watching.
But honestly, I think, how long has this said this, that you can use the latest 6 sets?
I think it's always
Forever.
said it.
Yeah.
They could change it.
But I actually did the interview with them, and they said that they can't tell us when it would be the actual rotation. So this,
Chuck
even
the
like
dice.
that tooltip, it's not 100%, right?
I think that's
they,
reasonable.
They pretty much told me, yeah. Because I was asking about that. I was like, you know, how are you gonna do the rotations? And they're like, yeah, it's we'll find out. We'll
I
find
think-
out.
What rotation? What are you talking about?
I
Then they
think
see the text and they're like, oh, that.
I think it's a kind of a good to be kind of optimistic with this, cautiously optimistic, if you will,
I think it's
because they could change it. You know, they've mixed it up before in terms of even the way they introduced heroes. Purple was such a big problem, so when I really thought Akuma was going to be a purple hero and I wanted to pull my hair out, it was a black hero. We skipped purple, and even the way like the different mechanics work, you know, Explore was, I mean, that's right, we argued there's unit and action based, but action based, growth, unit based. So it seems like they kind of like had to do it out of order just because purple was such a problem. So I think they are making some changes. They are somewhat aware of what's going on, but
that's what makes memory so strong, right? I was just thinking about this the other day, actually, while mindlessly grinding in other games. But like growth, ascension, and explore, pretty much they all required units in some facet. Memory is just so strong right now because it doesn't require units. It requires actions, and actions are a lot cheaper than units, cost-wise. So memory already is just a strong mechanic inherently because of that fact. Like, you don't need to play a unit to get your memory out. That's huge.
Yeah, I was also thinking about it too. There's no memory is also the only mechanic that the opponent can't really interact with, right? Like, you can stop something from growing.
Right.
You know, explore probably even less as compared to others, but like, you know what's coming.
Yep.
And that still can be
Play around the
interacted by.
fence and just clear the board.
Yep. And I think that's also some of the frustration with this mechanic. There's
Right.
nothing you can really do. They're just working on their plan, and you're just kind of watching it happen.
Yep.
yeah,
'Cause even if it fails or gets negated, it still counts.
yeah, that's what I hate. Is if it's like even if it's failed actions, just have a bunch of cheap actions, and I mean my solution for that is to, I mean, without majorly shaking everything up, just bump up all the one cost actions to two costs, and it would at least slow them down a little bit. But it is frustrating, and it's like you start with 4 mana. Oh shit, that's 4 actions, baby. Get ready to hit that resolve button.
Yeah. It's tough.
Or
So
I'm
talk
gonna
about next.
fucking new generation Reploids in my non-explorer deck.
Yeah, that is stupid. Why does that work?
So
yeah.
many cheap
Let's
actions.
talk about next season.
We keep seeing new decks as the season keeps going on.
Yeah, it's
Which is
true.
like, what do we have lately? We had Red Green Blazing Wall Rathlos, and then we had now it's like Nergigante Red Black Spike Dive Bomb. So I'm sure next season is gonna have another top tier deck again.
You think so?
I think so, because you know we have the new set, and all it really did was just kind of like push the meta into a more aggressive direction. And with like now we have like what 6 card sets, I could see players finding like new things to abuse. Because like even what Pro Circuit Scrub, like he found a good build for Ashura Senku, which is green black. Which shout outs to him, and if you don't have him followed, I would. Extreme Step In, and he got top 100 with that deck, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
So, what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of room for design and innovation. So I'm sure we'll see more decks.
More non-green hero decks.
God damn it.
I'm just curious, like, if there's no balance changes, what can they? What
What are
else can they
fighting
do
for?
at this point?
Well, if there's no balance changes, like people can just still like innovate builds, because like that's what Pro Circuit Scrub did. That's what the Blazing Wall
Yeah.
happened. Nerg.
Yeah, I think Blazing Wall is a good example of something that wasn't there at the start, and someone decided, "Yo, what if we just ignore everything and just fly over that shit?" And it became successful because it. I mean, there are no strong flying cards in green for a reason, so you have a strong, accessible unit in Lucia and Valstrax, backed up by all the things that green does really well, which is shields
Shield
and mana.
protection.
But
I think yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Like I feel like the way the past few seasons have been panning out though was like the first season of the patch, like people are just trying to figure out what the best deck is, but then they see what got number one or like all of top 10 or something, and then everyone just net decks it, right?
yeah,
And then plays it for the next month, especially if there's no nerfs or anything like that. So my big fear is that there's just going to be a ton of zero next month. But there could be some nerd, like you were saying, Iowa, and I guess there could be some Ryu. So maybe we do see some variety. I don't know.
I think we'll just keep seeing new decks appear, because like, the development of the meta just kept changing this month, right? So I'm foreseeing that next month as well. But besides that, I think that dang, I lost it.
When was your last meta report?
Meta report. It was last meta, so
report in,
We're
young
overdue,
man.
buddy.
yeah. I'll
That's the
definitely get it done before the month ends. So
That's-
tomorrow.
That's the thing too, is I'm gonna start working on matchup analyses for the Jill guide, and I felt bad taking
nice.
this long, but at the same time, it's just been so chaotic. Been so many different archetypes. We had things
lot.
that have shown up and then fizzled out. I feel like, in my experience, playing on ladder, I have not seen as much Cammy Uro lately. I remember in the first couple weeks, it was like, damn, I really hate this deck. I wish I'd stopped seeing it. And then in the last like week and a half, it's not really been showing up that much. You see it and you're like, oh shit, this thing, and like you're not like waiting for it to show up and then it shows up.
Well, that's the key, right? Because at first it was like, oh shit, they're doing it. Like, I can't believe this is a real thing. But now time has passed, and you can just recognize a deck right away. Like if you see a Nero True Power, and he throws out False Throne right away, or even a Hero Shield, it's like, okay, I know what he's doing, and I have to figure out how to stop it. Like, and I think that's the biggest part about the meta. Once you can recognize a deck, you can form a game plan, and you have a better chance of winning. Like the scariest part about the game in the first few weeks was not being able to recognize decks because it was so random. But then once you could figure it out, like people are getting better, and you could see it in the rankings.
I agree with that.
I agree with it as well. Like people are adapting, which is reassuring, and it's not as toxic as it might look from the very beginning. Man, I was really scared with all the resurrection decks I was seeing, but they're not sticking as well. So
They can brick.
I'm glad for that. They could brick, yeah.
That's the big thing.
I mean, those decks were never really good, right? Because they're not going to be consistent enough to win, to
They-
get high up. But
At
they're
the
not
beginning, they
struggling.
felt so consistent. It was scary. I
oh
was.
boy, do they steal games.
Yeah,
That's true.
they're more like just like highway robbery. That's exactly what it is. If we're talking about Cammy Ouroboros, that deck will rob you.
Yep. So I guess to return to the idea of salt, let's see. We've identified the source. It is these high roll decks. What should everybody practice in order to stay sane while climbing on the ladder?
0.
0.
Zero? No, I mean,
Just play Rico
What do you mean?
I mean, like thought processes. What? How should they? How should they go? What should they practice?
Avoid salt.
Avoid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Expect to get high rolled.
Have fun. Because like
Yeah,
one of
that's-
the
that's a
things
good-
that I'm doing right now is like if I play Teppen this month, I've always had the mindset of like I'm just gonna have fun. That's it. And I think I've been pretty successful at doing that. You know, I'm not really stressing. Like even right now, I'm not even in top 100. I'm not worried about getting in there.
You'll get there.
Nah,
But,
if I play, yeah. But I
Yeah.
got a couple things I want to get done before the month ends. So
I hear that.
Just hurts that a lot of powerful things don't let you play. That's why it's like, I want to go have fun, but
I
don't get
felt
to.
I felt so much better when I saw Water was using more units when he did the whole mono purple zero. I was like, okay, all right, this is a trend that's going on. I like this. I like seeing actual units. And then like, I think a couple streams later, a couple days later, I look at his deck and it's like, I got 3 units. It's like, son of a bitch, dude.
Yeah,
so
So what happened with Water, because I've been watching his streams as well, he was switching between Denjin and Exodia with 4s. And he was doing really well. Like he would get to over 2K multiple times, but he never got to 2100. He kept losing to, random stuff. He was getting frustrated. And then someone pointed him to the TEPPEN channel, which had the #1 deck at the time. And it was basically an Exodia deck with only 3 units, 3 or 4 units. I can't remember. It had like double Hunter Dante, V, I forget what else. Zero, maybe.
it
That might
has
have been
a
it.
Soul's Return in it.
Yeah,
I think
one
that's
soul
what it
return,
was.
a bunch of actions, and he kind of picked apart the deck a little bit, but he was like, "Oh, but I can take this and make it better." And now he's at like 20. Well, he was at like 2130 or something, but I guess he dropped again. I don't know. He's weird. I would have camped a long time ago if I was him. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of Salt, that guy is immune, dude.
Yeah,
I can see him get a little irritated, but that's it. He'll laugh everything off. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, man.
tough. Oh, can we talk about the one deck he lost to a couple days ago?
Which one?
He lost to a 0 deck that was using black cards. He used like the 0 player got V in the graveyard with False Throne, brought it back with
Oh, boy.
Rebirth,
Oh
and then
yeah,
played the what did he do? He
that's
played
messed up.
that
black card. I forget what it's called right now.
the
It's
dive
1
bomb
MP card
one.
that has attack and health, and then it self-destructs on attack. And he kept using it to buff V, but V never attacks, so he never self-destructs.
Oh my god.
I
And
was, dude,
that
it was
V got
nuts.
so thick at the end of the game, and Water could do nothing about it. Like, he was
He's-
helpless.
So look at this
That
card. I
was
have it on
bad.
stream right now. 2 attack and then 4/4, but it dies after a single attack. So
Yeah.
this thing has that like the broken card icon, but it's not. There's no arrow, so he can't self-destruct. And he used all 3 of these on it, and they all had the right memory count and everything, and it was just like,
Yeah,
so fucking V's
He
just
got
sitting
beat.
there with like 18 attack and like
he's never died.
15 HP. It was like, what the fuck?
It was insane. There's a really cool twist on the Uro V concept, right? The
Oh
Uro V
my
has been
god.
fun today, but
I would
not
have
in
loved it
that
if he finished it with the instant attack from Bloodbath. That would have made me super happy.
He didn't try that. That would have been really fun to see, though.
It was definitely interesting, really interesting to see. Probably not very consistent, but damn, dude.
Definitely not consistent. You definitely need the False Throne, and you don't draw V, or else you lose.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But it's the same logic with those other Uro 1-unit decks, right?
Yeah, I know that was wild. I was like looking at that, and I was just like, I gotta go back and rewatch this.
Yeah, that game was so fun to watch. I mean, it wasn't fun for Water, but it was fun for everyone else. It's like, that's super smart.
What else? I was gonna say what I've been doing this season that I haven't been doing before to manage my salt is that I set a goal for myself, like a point value, but I also set a lower end so that when I get to a certain point value, I will not really care about which deck I'm using. So I'll use something fun. So if I drop below I mean, for a while it was 1800. If I'm below 1800, if I'm losing that hard, screw it. I'm gonna play red-green Jill. I'm gonna play red-black Jill. Anything that's just probably not as good, but whatever. I want to have fun. So I think that helped me sort of tune out of that negative funk and help me kind of recover my composure. Instead of focusing on winning, I was just focusing on satisfying interactions. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you were doing that too, right?
I completely spaced out what we're talking about.
When you drop rank, you start to play more fun decks or different decks.
Oh, only on stream. If I wasn't streaming, I just play the same broken stuff all over again.
Damn.
Yeah. But
Did you get upset though?
do I get upset? No. It's hard for me to say if like I'll get upset about a game because I dropped the competitiveness in me a long time ago, just because, you know, trying to do too many things like you know, moderating the Discord and doing the meta snapshots, it just didn't want me to be like a competitive player anymore, because being a competitive player in itself is already like a lot of effort.
It is. Sweet.
So I can't really be competitive and get salty over TEPPEN. It's just impossible. Because for me, I just don't have any stake over the ladder, right? But I think that's how games should be, anyways, is to just have fun.
It's tough to trick your mind into thinking that way, though.
For me, I actually feel it, though. I don't know if it's like a trick. It's just how I perceive it. But I'm also very lucky because I played this game called Universal Fighting System, but it's called Universus now. And I had a friend named, his name is Shane. And Shane, he's a really good guy. A lot of people know him in various communities. And one of the things that he preaches that I kind of try to bring to TEPPEN is he always says, remember to have fun. And that always stuck with me, and that's how I perceive like anything I'm doing. As long as I'm having fun, then you can't go wrong, right? So I guess it just makes me a very hard person to get salty.
What if purple takes away your fun?
I play purple. How does it take it away? I'm the one taking the fun away.
I'm the one taking people's fun away, dude. Yeah, because that's the problem that I'm having, is the fact that for those low unit purple decks, it's a lot of bouncing. So 3 or 4 mana units don't get to be on the field or do anything. So what's the solution? Run big ass units, and that's what makes stuff like Valstrax fucking so good. Even though I fucking hate it and I refuse to run it.
It's a good card.
It's a good card, dude.
I do have to admit, my salt goes immensely down when I play purple, and it's just because I have tools, and I feel like I can actually, you know, if I don't draw them, it still sucks, and you know, it's just like, well, that's the game. It doesn't hurt me as much, but it's just tools are nice, and purple has them. I mean, both black and purple have the tools to just shut down anything that's 4 mana or less units, so it feels bad. And then you have zombie decks with 0 that just runs both of those things, so it feels double bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can run a very similar deck with the Revenge Sigma Shell, and because I don't have Rakoha, it feels like it's... So if someone's running the exact same thing, but instead of Chain of Fists, they're running Splendids, it's kind of like, yikes, I'm at a huge disadvantage already just from that, and then it's... They can splash the board for 12 whenever they find the board is unmanageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did a good job giving red some more tools this set, but I really think they need to give more to green and red, and even black to an extent, because there's still too much of the trend of green gets more healing and shields, black gets more destroys, red gets more damage,
Yeah.
while purple keeps getting all these new tools that just work really well and are they're very flexible. They're useful in a lot of situations.
Yeah, I
And they have
think
a lot of counters to big things for really cheap. Like they have 2 easy counters to living death now that cost 2, which is insane.
Yeah.
ceasefire, dude.
Yep.
Pega fire, dude. I just can't even. That whole thing. Should we do away with action MP?
What?
Active response MP.
Oh, blue mana.
So I forget who mentioned it. I don't know if it was Thirsty.
I think
or...
it was me. Like
Yeah.
I've thought about that a couple of times, and I've kind of really
Huh.
thought about the idea of I think the game could be in a lot more of a healthy state, getting rid of action MP, right? Because it makes things really kind of feel bad in a lot of situations where that's kind of the major case of you don't get to play, right? Like it puts you at such a disadvantage a lot of the times, especially with
Yeah.
purple having like so many things that counter at low costs that they pretty much get for free.
Timotei in the chat says, or maybe only give it to the responder, but not the person who started the active response. Then you have a game of chicken, which is also
Tough.
really tough.
That wouldn't be fair.
And that's how I
think
feel with this set in particular. There's a lot of actions going on. I figured Joe would be pretty good with that, but I need to clear out my pocket a lot, not including all the units that get sent there. So I feel like I have to be the one that initiates.
Yeah, makes sense.
So sure, there's something we can do to tweak it, but
I think action MP made a lot more sense early in the game when it was a lot slower and a lot
Mhm.
more methodical. But with how quick
There weren't
everything
many
is, yeah, there's so many actions now and so many really cheap costing actions that just shift the game completely. Like it's crazy that you can just be at, I think you need to be at 8 mana, right? You can brainwash and then still have a negate for anything. Like, that's kind of
Yep.
crazy. And it's always been crazy, but it was just actions I think just got a little bit too strong, and that free mana, it kind of feels bad knowing that even if there's 0 mana, you're still like in big danger from trying to do anything.
I think it's that AMP though that like makes Maverick's memories so good and all this stuff like that. That
Yep.
it's impossible to catch them off guard. They will always be ready for it. If they have the 10 memories, they will be ready. Period. I mean, red doesn't even have any big actions other than like Dragon Lords. So I just can't stop feeling bad for black that have all these strong, expensive actions, but late game, don't even play it. Don't even try.
They're not worth using at the end. So.
Man, imagine even tricking a player to getting to 1 MP, and then they still somehow magically reduce
Shut-
Mavericks to
shut
1.
the hell up.
Lots
Oh,
of meaning.
Loss of memeing, more like, dude. Fucking. Well, Chris, you had I don't think we've talked about this on the podcast. You had a really good idea for negates. Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, I hinted at it before, but the idea of negates, not memory.
Yeah.
So I felt like negates might be a little bit easier to accept in general if it just returned half the mana cost of the card that was negated to whoever used the card that was negated, right? Because I mean, it sucks getting negated. Like everyone hates being countered. Everyone hates not getting their card to even work. But I feel like if you get half mana back and that card still doesn't work, I mean, it just softens the blow a little bit. I don't know if that's a good enough change, but it would be interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be not as big of a sting when something gets negated because you're already losing the card. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
like, you
big.
just wasted however much mana to play it, and then it might not even go off.
Yeah, I think
Losing the card, losing the mana. So
Yeah.
it's rough.
That's the big hit.
it's 30 AP for Rakoha. Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Sink it.
I'm gonna hit that light.
God, it really does suck though, and it's just like build up my actions. Okay, it's the end of the game. Got like 45 AP, so you're never gonna put anything on the board again. You have 10 seconds to play before I blow up your board again.
My biggest complaint about Heart Tank has always been the fact that it's 7 healing for 18 AP, while Ryu is doing 7 damage for 18 AP, which is silly because damage is higher value than healing. And then they fixed that, and I was very happy, but they also released Rakoha. And feels bad. It feels real bad.
It's nice that we're getting, tools outside of the archetype of the color, but purple did not need a fucking spike launch at a cheaper cost.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, because spike launch was a problem in the beginning of the game, right?
Yeah.
And then they nerfed it, and then just left it alone. But I don't know why they felt like introducing a very similar hero art again.
I think even if it capped at 7 damage, it would still be a good hero art.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's fair. Absolutely.
It's just more cost effective than like Shadowblade, Hadouken, Spike Launch, all the really popular damage dealing hero arts that were in the past. It just power cut them all. It's really crazy.
I don't know. It hurts me trying to. I do my best to try to see the design aspect of it, of like why it makes sense, and there's just nothing that makes Rakoha make sense in terms of attempting to make something balanced. Like it's just the most clearly overpowered, overtuned hero art by far. And funny enough, I think it's because of how good it is. I still think Fight Against Inner Demons is kind of getting overlooked, because I think that one's still really good.
That one is. That's the thing, is if they just touch Rakoha, it's going to be a little scary how good Inner Demons is. I can't believe that though. Just 14 AP to put something in your hand. Either it's a buff that is by far the strongest buff that purple has available to it, or it is a kill card. A kill card for 1 MP.
So I just had an idea about Rakoha. Hear me out. So we know how old Nurg Spike Launch was infinite ceiling, right? The damage was just however much he hurt himself.
Yeah.
What if they changed Rakoha to be damage based on memory count? Like an actual memory count is your damage. Would that be more fair?
Hell no.
I think it'd be more busted.
Yeah, because
Really?
I end with 25 memory every game.
25.
I'm being serious. I'm not even exaggerating.
No.
So the first Rakoha is usually around 7, right? And you only need a memory of 4 for that. Well, if they use it at memory 4, that would only be 4 damage with the idea that I just had, right? And then memory 10 would be 10 damage.
Maybe if
So it's a
they
slight nerf.
if they were
But then once it's bigger, it's crazy.
Yeah, if they were more strict on the way memory is accumulated, then maybe that would work. I think if it had to succeed, you couldn't loss of meaning nothing, you couldn't new generation Reploids nothing, and have it count toward memory. If they'd actually had to work for the memory, sure, but right now they don't have to fucking do that at all.
Maybe if it capped at 10.
Capped at 10.
That's actually one of the changes I did to my Exodia deck, was run more cards that don't require anything on the field.
Right. That's
My-
the
So I have some
My
new
opinion.
tech, and
Yeah,
it's
I
been
think-
working out.
I think if anything, it would just promote more awful play of just memory.
More awful
Action.
play.
Action spamming. I mean, you'll probably see a few less zombie zeros for sure, because I think they will hurt that the most.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I do right now, is I just action spam, because the games that I were losing was because I had so many cards that target the opponent's stuff, but I needed cards to do nothing and cycle through the deck so I can
Right.
win. So yeah, that's how I changed my deck.
Like a lot of the bounces were getting dropped from those decks.
Nope.
It's also crazy how purple makes the most use of memory by far. There's no big I mean, there are some big payoffs for other colors, but nothing. I don't think anything as strong as a singular X Hunters. Like
They should have gave. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, provided that there's not somebody waiting to like cease fire and all the crazy shit, then like if X Hunters hits the board, there's nothing in any other color that compares to that in terms of how much dread there is and how if you don't answer this in 10 seconds, you're taking like 25 damage.
Yeah, there's ways to deal with it, but it's very brutal if you wasted all your resources to get rid of their V that they were stalling with, or something else that they were playing out.
You nerf that card too.
Maybe.
Fuck V. 1 HP. Get rid of him.
Pretty crazy. I think
I would love V to just have a on resonate -1 HP.
That's a good idea too.
That's cool.
Takes himself out, dude.
They could use that basic that adds 1 HP then for 1 mana.
Yeah, see, but I'd be okay with that. Like that's some play, right? Like you have to think about, like, I think that's what frustrates me about a lot of those cards is there's no thing. You just slap it down and just let me start throwing Reploids or things that don't matter. And look, I'm winning.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem right now. There's a lot of 1 mana action cards that don't need to do anything. They just need to get you 1 memory. Like a lot of them might as well just say, play the card, gain 1 memory, because it doesn't matter what its effect is. If it costs 1, they're going to include it.
Look at all the 1 MP actions.
I'd be okay with just anything that's 1 MP action, bumping it up 1.
I mean, does it? I guess it kind of matters. If that blue mana from action responses still stays, you could still play it for free, but you wouldn't be able to play 2 of them for free.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes a slight difference.
I know certain people would enjoy not being able to play 2 shields for free on blue mana.
It's funny, the guy used up all his fucking explosions. Good thing I didn't use any mana.
I just had an idea that might be good for the memory mechanic.
What's that?
It's they probably wouldn't fix for Koha, but in general, I think memory, what you could change it to. No, then it would just make it bad. I'm thinking you could make
That's
it
fine.
where. Yeah.
Oh.
Go on.
So memory will only count if the action that you played is 2 MP or more. So 1 MP actions don't count towards memory.
I think. I mean that's good. You'd still have a lot of. I mean, purple players would have to think about what 1 MP actions they want then, because a lot of them are just. I mean, I brought them up on screen here, and you can see a lot of 1 MP actions under purple are super functional. They're nice and helpful to give you more options for your hand. Deadly Traps is decent. And then like the rest, when you can just throw it out there and you don't need a target, it's fine. But my dream change that would be to make it. You'd have to rework all the numbers for memory, which is kind of a yikes. But make it so that the mana cost of the action is how many memories you get. Because currently, it's just counting how many actions. So people are thinking the cheapest actions are the strongest. But you have some... It just de-incentivizes running larger actions.
Right. It's like an abuse that people have been really going for, and it's working out.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I think a great change would have been to, again, similar to AP gain, you get memory based off the cost of it. Obviously, you reevaluate all the cost of things, right? But then you kill off these big actions. Because right now, if your action costs more than 3, it's probably a bad deck choice in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
It's true. Except if it's parry. I like parry.
Yeah.
Good old
like,
parry.
The more expensive cards don't get run as a 3-of, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen Skullduggery and Parry as like, you know, 1-ofs or 2-ofs, but you never really want to do 3 because 1, they're expensive, and 2, they have a high chance of breaking.
Correct.
Same idea with Soul's Return. Like, you don't want to draw 3 Soul's Return. That feels really bad.
But what if you had Surge?
But a 1 or 2 makes sense.
That's why you get Surge in your hand. You just go to town.
Just Surge and Smile.
God, that's what we need. Soul's Return needs to be nerfed again. We need to get, you know, so we ruined Surge. Let's kind of ruin something else. People thought Soul's Return was ruined. Not enough.
Does pretty well for now.
That was part of the balancing game I had to play before. Was just don't overwhelm the board too much, because then they're gonna bounce everything. Don't buff up a unit too much; they're gonna brainwash it. It's like, okay, whatever. So it takes skill to walk the line, but it's also annoying as hell.
That's the thing, though, because like you're recognizing the problems, and you know like what the biggest, like the worst thing that could happen to you in that situation, and you're actively trying to avoid it. So that's like the most you can do.
Yeah.
Though a lot of times too, by actively avoiding that, you can end up helping them because they have a whole other game plan.
Yep.
Yep. It's really hard to recognize when it's okay to go in and when it's not okay.
You just have to recognize, like, you know, that's why keeping track of mana on both sides is very important, right? MP management is still one of the most important things with this game. Yeah. So being wary of what they have can make your decisions a lot easier.
It's hard to do lately, though, because of the mana ramp, the invisible mana ramp.
Yep. And loss of meaning cutting some, like, 1 card off by 1, so... You know, if they use like 3 of them, you might assume that they have a 4-cost X Hunters, but surprise, it's only 5 cost.
Yeah, it's really hard to play around something when you can reduce the cost like that, which is why I really hate Surges. I really hate loss of meaning. Yes, it has to be in a particular spot, but god damn, it's annoying.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's funny how they
definitely
keep giving green these lower the mana cost of your units, and I feel like they think that's a good thing, but I don't think they're recognizing how bad it is and how hurtful it can be to be playing those. Whereas you have purple with lowering the MP cost of actions, and that's generally just a good thing to do.
Yeah. They don't have a problem with that, unless they get into like negate range.
But then they can negate the negate.
Oh yeah. Love negating the negate on the negate.
8 gates.
Good feeling.
I'm late, aren't I? Yes, you are late. We've been going for an hour and a half now. Purple Bash session, I was silent, dude. He's not allowed to talk.
What's up, 8 Gates? How you doing, man? I don't know if you guys know 8 Gates. I think you guys do.
I do.
remember we
He
were all
used to
checking him out.
stream
Been watching him. Well, yeah, he hasn't been on lately, but
Yeah, I think we were talking, and I think it has to do with like coronavirus just making everything go crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe it was. I don't want to misquote him. Let me check.
what was it?
We were in the DMs. I was thinking it was coronavirus related. Like
Really?
streaming less. I could be wrong.
Streams outside
Let's
the
see.
public place. Went on a week-long road trip. Oh my god, I hope you're safe, dude.
Oh, I'm getting back to it. Okay, cool. Well, there's 1 day left in the season, so heads
so, top 100 win.
Why aren't you ranked right now?
Hashtag stay home. Yeah, I was gonna say road trip sounds like it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah. I walked outside today.
Whoa, dude.
First time in 3 days.
You'll be
What a
missed.
rule breaker.
Yeah.
Fucking rebel,
Well, I
dude.
went
Rebels
through,
memories, dude.
I went to the local pizza place because it's Dollar Slice Day, and they're actually like giving out like free toilet paper, free rice, free
Oh,
pasta.
dude, that's cool.
Kind of crazy. It's like for the people that really need it. So I grabbed the bag.
Nice.
Of rice?
I grabbed rice and I grabbed a bag of pasta because I'm running low.
Mmm.
I didn't need
That
toilet
sounds
paper though. My mom
delicious.
sent me a whole box of it like last week. She's the best.
Aw. That's awesome, dude.
Yep.
Go outside, get fined $300+ dollars. Out of
Yeah,
here.
some places are on lockdown. My friends are in Maryland, and they said that 8 o'clock tonight they were supposed to be on lockdown or something, or they're not allowed to go out. I don't know, something like that.
Is it a nightly curfew, or is it just like starting
I guess
tonight
they could do. I
lockdown?
don't know exactly what's going on there, but yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Was everyone being safe? Everybody in chat, everybody in the in the podcast, everybody being safe right now?
Trying.
Started my Mega Man marathon, so I'll be streaming a lot of
Oh
that.
yeah, I saw that.
It went horrible.
How far did you get last night?
Beat three Mega Man games yesterday, so
Nice.
decent start.
First play.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, we got
Thank
Persona
God.
5 Royal coming out tomorrow.
Ooh. Yeah.
The boys, dude.
Resident Evil 3 is coming out.
Already
know.
3 though, yeah. That's
RE3
Friday.
and then 7 remake. It's non-stop.
I'm getting
So remake potentially shipping early to a lot of people as well.
yeah. I'm hoping to get mine in the mail. I just changed mine to shipping. Mine was in-store pickup, and I was like, I should probably change it to shipping.
Can I change mine to Corona
So,
pickup,
hopefully
dude?
Hopefully that comes here within a week. That'd be cool.
Get everything digitally.
You guys gonna stream that?
Yeah, I think I'll stream it.
I don't have a capture card.
I
What?
thought about it. Streaming through PS4 is really easy.
What game are we talking
Oh.
about?
Everything.
Oh,
Everything coming out in the
streaming.
next couple weeks.
Streaming newer games. But I don't know. I don't know about 7. It's kind of like a personal thing with me. It's that game.
Ooh. Wow, everybody, new target. What the fuck, Chris?
What?
Everybody pick on Chris. He doesn't like 7. Get him, boys.
No, I didn't say I didn't like it.
Just kidding.
I love the game. I loved it a lot when I was growing up. It just has a lot of like, it's just very important,
Yeah.
Have I seen X Dive? Yes, I've been playing it a bit on and off.
Oh yeah, you
so
still playing that?
yeah, especially now I got a Xbox One controller, so it's really easy for me to set that up to my phone, so I don't actually have to go through
Wow.
wires and everything.
Is fucking
Yeah, if
Zero in it?
Oh, he is. He
He is.
Son of a bitch, dude.
I got some waifus in that game.
yeah, they're also like giving costumes to a bunch of characters. There's a
Ooh.
scientist hero, but that one was leaked. But I
Gate?
think that's not.
Wow.
Or is it the one with Zero with the lab coat?
Yeah,
Lol.
Just give Zero glasses. Good enough.
Nerd.
game's fun though. I didn't realize that they were gonna have like live PvP and co-op and all that stuff. So
Oh really? Is PvP?
mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I think
I feel like
Grars
that's
is
like,
like Grars is
the
like top
wor-
50 rank or something in that game.
Oh jeez. I hate PvP and gachas.
I know. It's
Oh yeah,
It's
it's,
just
it's
so-
definitely rough.
I mean, if you spend money, it's great, but I don't.
Though most people
I
don't play
lose.
on controller though, so if you have a controller, you just shit on people using touchscreen controls.
done.
Oh, is
Because
that
they
how it
just
works?
can't. Yeah, there's just no way. I don't care how good you are. Touchscreen controls are not going to match a controller.
So it's all active.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, PvP and gachas. I hadn't really. I played Puzzle and Dragons for the longest time. That has no PvP necessarily. It has cooperative stuff. So like, if you don't have the newest, shiniest fucking hero or leader or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. You'll struggle a bit more, but like playing something like Digimon where it has PvP and it's just like you're trying to get something and that fucker has it and you're just like, I lost to it because I don't have it,
Um,
and it's frustrating.
my current favorite gacha right now is Arc Knights because it's a very casual game and there's no PvP. You
Oof.
just grind at your own pace. It's so relaxing. It's such a great game. I play some other gachas. I still play the Seven Deadly Sins game, but it's like nothing but PvP in that game now because there's no new content, and the whales are just taking that over. Of course, it's not fun. Yeah. So
Fucking whales.
I always prefer the games that are just, very noob and free to play friendly, if possible.
Yeah, I definitely I still like hopping in PvP mostly for the reward. I stay away from gacha games. I'm just enjoying going through the stories and getting some Mega Man X content.
Stories are fun.
I got a game with X in it, and he's not trash. It's great.
They gave him a gun.
And they gave him a gun, this giant Gatling gun.
Why do they all have guns? So absurd.
Yo, I got my boy Nerg in P&D, dude.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah, they've had collabs with friggin' everything. You can make the wackiest
Monster Hunter
fucking
kind of
team you
all over
want,
the
dude. Hello Kitty can team up with fucking Batman, dude.
I remember. It's funny since we're a TEPPEN podcast, but I remember seeing Street Fighter characters in Shadowverse, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Too bad I don't really play that game, right? And now it's like, oh, I can just play Street Fighter characters and cards in this game now. It's kind of funny how it goes full circle.
They got Street Fighter characters in this game too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most gachas get anime crossovers or crossovers with popular games and stuff like that. I know Dragalia Lost had a bunch of Capcom crossovers as well.
Oh yeah, they had a Mega Man
in
one.
They had Mega Man, they had Monster Hunter. I went back to that game just to pull in the Monster Hunter banner. I found Wrath, and then I deleted the game again.
Deleted.
All right.
Yeah.
I did my pulls.
I loaded it up, got Mega Man, maxed him out, and I was like, all right, I stopped
Yeah,
playing it.
that's basically the feeling. All right, nothing else to
did-
see here.
I did love the Street Fighter crossover they had for the Power Rangers gacha game because they gave them all Street Fighter themed
really?
Power Rangers outfits. There's a Power
Damn.
Ranger Chun-Li, a Power Ranger Ryu.
What the hell? Really? Wow.
Yeah, they look super cool too.
Let's see. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's right. We got it. We got a Power Rangers collab in friggin' P&D with fucking
Oh really?
DSL's fucking Zordon, dude. It's just a trash drop, dude. They had a Persona collab, dude. They had a lot of crazy stuff. But then again, it's a huge fucking, or at least it was a massive flagship game for Gung Ho. I don't know if it still is popular, because God, it's been going on 8 years, 9 years. It old. Oh yeah, the Power Rangers thing was
favorite,
NA exclusive.
Oh damn. My favorite crossover for any gacha was back when I was playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I played it for 3 years. They had pop stars in their games at one point. The first one was Ariana Grande. You just get her for free, and then she wasn't good, but it was just funny. And she did or they did a remix of one of her songs especially for the game. And then the next year or something like that, they had Katy Perry, and I was freaking out. I was like, are you kidding me? I love Katy Perry. Oh my god. Of course, yeah, I got her, and then I think I quit the game after that.
Done.
It's just so weird though. It's you don't expect that shit in video games that much, but it was kind of cool.
I have a bad history with Katy Perry in games.
In
really?
games, the
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't there's also in the Sims games and stuff like that, right?
Well, I worked at a company that made her game, and that game tanked us.
oh shit.
Oh, an actual game with her?
Yeah, it was a mobile.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
She had a game?
Mobile Katy Perry game, dude. Whoa.
it was rough times.
Damn, that sucks. Sorry to hear.
Damn it.
I think what was it? One of the biggest selling apps of all time was like Kim Kardashian's mobile app game or something.
Yep, that was
And like I don't even know what the hell you're doing it. But it looks
You-
awful.
talk to people and buy clothes, and that's yeah. Katy Perry was based off that engine.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
it's the same
man.
type of game.
Mhm.
Interesting.
So what they've done in P&D, they had series that were like, oh, what can we draw from? They have like mythologies and stuff like that. So they went through and they made like, you know, Japanese
CRB.
generals, and it was like, okay, that's cool. It's like real people as like anime style, and like they put fucking Noah from Christian lore, dude, but it's
Is
a
that-
waifu.
Oh, do you know it?
Is that Samurai
arc?
Showdown Charlotte?
I can't wait, no, I'll probably find her here.
Oh, really?
Wait, what number is Noah?
The guy that built the arc.
Yeah, dude. Oh, make him a waifu, dude. It's so fucking weird.
Damn.
For
I don't understand the
1460.
obsession with like making waifus out of everything, but I don't know.
It's just so over the top. I love it. And I was like, yo, they need to do like one for like American history. It's like George Washington. Like, let's go, man. Fucking Abraham Lincoln, freeze your binds.
I heard
Here.
warships are made into waifus.
Occasionally, yes.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, apparently they can use this as boats.
Yeah,
I mean, my mascot, my namesake is
Yup.
actually a what's it called? I don't know, but it's an anime girl of a warship.
Another Hamilton, dude. So yeah, you got Noah here, dude. Blonde, blonde-haired, blue-eyes Noah, with her
The perfect human.
the perfect human, dude. And when she evolves further, dude, she's got a bunch of little ships around her, dude. It's
Amazing.
so amazing, dude.
Lord.
It actually sounds like Iowa, what you just described.
It kind of is though. But I
it's
think
kinda Iowa-like.
oh, they did Dorothy from Wizard of Oz too. Can't remember where.
No,
Really?
really? Goddamn.
They did. Yes, they just do all these wild things, and it's like, it's cool, but at the same time, it's just so over the top, dude. And then they have to adapt stuff into the dungeons. It's cool because it's just like Noah is like, there's like a huge kind of like DPS check. It's like the flood is coming. Dude. Which one is Dorothy? 5390.
I'm trying to work with it.
Oh yeah, right here. So we got Dorothy, we got the fucking dude, the badass lion, dude. The scary ass
Wow.
scarecrow, dude.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Also, Chris, you might have to refresh your camera.
Why?
It's like
I
Am I
mean-
bugging out?
again.
It's having a problem. Looks like you got a skin condition.
Really? Yeah, no.
It's just you.
For me, I
Looking like a
think-
zombie, dude. Whoa.
Better now? No?
Oh, no, you're good. It's crazy because the audio is always just perfect, but sometimes the video is just like slowly washes out.
Maybe I need to stop using my phone. Apparently it's too much.
Nah, man, it didn't get bit.
No? Not at all. I just play zombies. I'm not one myself. I promise. I do look a little pasty though.
So then, I guess what's coming up in the future for Teppen?
New season.
New season.
2v2
Another
on
deal.
Sunday, Saturday.
And that's the
Yep.
the special event, the
That's right.
the grudge match.
Have you always Have you had a grudge on Calpy, Chris?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I
'cause
hate
we just
Kyle.
said
No.
it's a grudge match, right?
It's kind of funny because like when Kyle like first like started to get recognized through Marvel 3,
Uh,
I was a bit lesser known, but I would train in Marvel 3 with like some friends when I was living in Pennsylvania, and one of my friends actually used to live in Seattle, and he used to like play fighting game tournaments there, so he knew Kyle, and they've talked before, but I never like talked to Kyle directly until I played him at that Evo. I brought that up last week, I think. And we like played sets, but we didn't really like interact too much. Like we weren't really like super close after that. But I think we friended each other on like Facebook and Twitter and all that. And we kind of interacted a little bit, but not too much. And then I guess, when this game came out, and then he started getting into it, we recognized each other, and then it just kind of like grew from there. It's never been like a rivalry though. Like I can't really say that. I do really like the guy. He's really nice, and he's really good at any game he decides to be good at. I shouldn't be saying this, right? I should be saying like he's a bum and he's never been good at anything.
He's fucking washed.
He literally does like 99-second bionic arms in Marvel 3. Who can be friends with that? A human that does that? That's pure insanity, right?
Damn. Dude, they want that smack talk. It's gotta be like X versus Jill. Like they're going down.
What's the Teppen equivalent of 99-second bionic arm?
Turn 1 Yuri's in.
That might be it. Yeah. I've thought about it because we've talked about it before. He's like, oh man, I really want Spencer in this game, and it's like, you're not getting Spencer, dude. Bionic Commando tanked like so hard.
Yikes.
I don't even know why he's in those Marvel games. Like he's so bad.
I don't know. When was the last Darkstalkers game?
That's a good point. But Morgan is a fan favorite for multiple reasons, right?
I can't imagine why.
Morgan will sell lots of statues to lots of social distance people.
Socially distanced
Grizzled-
people. Well, when you say it like that, it sounds like they have some problem.
A fucking war veteran with dreadlocks and his wife inside a bionic arm. Spoilers. That doesn't really sell as well.
Sounds
as
like a porno, dude.
hanging out.
Action-packed pornos.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an emote for that the other Morgan butt. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
So I think no one wants a Spencer butt emote.
That's the thing that's so stupid to me is that like you can have all these butt emotes, but you can't have like Cody Bulge emote. What the fuck? No
I can't
man.
believe Cody Bulge got banned
Well, okay, I guess I didn't really try,
or like
but
flagged, right?
definitely flagged for like manual approval. Like, wait a minute,
That's crazy. How'd they recognize the bulge?
can't do chesticle. I know that they recognize that. Like, I'm trying to
Did
think.
you call it bulge? Or
I
you call it something
did.
else?
I'm trying to think if I have to.
Just rename it.
Just rename it Cody Goods.
Call it like fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks, dude. Oh no. Do we think anything will be different? Cody's safe for work. Totally safe for work, guys. You got all we have now is Cody Fists. Or we use just Cody Fist.
Oh.
Yeah, there it goes.
There it is.
So
what you're asking?
but you can put him right next to the bulge. Oh, the thing didn't roll over yet. It's 11 o'clock. I can't wait till 11. Cody Footlong. Disgusting.
Cody Subway. There you go.
Subway. What do we think will be different about next season? I think we said before there might be more zeros. I think it'll be another hour.
Well, Iowa said there's going to be like some, like he thinks the meta's going to adapt, right, Iowa?
You're talking about next season?
Next month, yeah.
Next month. I don't think it's gonna adapt. I just think that there's gonna be untapped potential that's gonna be like developed, right? There's gonna be innovation. I'm just saying, like, there's a trend of like the red green Rathalos deck came out, the red black dive bomb deck came out. I think that this trend will just keep continuing, right?
I kind of feel the opposite. I think we're gonna just lean more to zero because I feel like this happened last season where you saw a lot of people trying things outside of Chun, and then no real nerfs came down, so then everyone just kind of went to Chun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people are just gonna stick to zero.
Yeah. That's
Probably
what I was
more so.
afraid of. But I don't know.
But I would love it to be wrong.
So everybody go back to Chun. We'll prove him wrong.
Yawn is bad, yeah. It's fine. Problem with Yawn right now is that it's too fair. Like it's good.
Too fair.
It's good, but it's fair. And right now, like if your deck isn't cheap as hell or like abusing something, then you're doing it wrong. Like real talk.
Goddamn.
Like, that's how it is. Like
Yeah.
like it has to be really cheap or broken or something, right?
You're not
be
wrong.
effective.
You're not wrong.
So, but Yawn's flaw is that it's way too balanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just way too balanced. It's perfectly balanced, which means it's not good.
You need to have that card that once it appears, it's just a massive. It's gonna end the game real quick.
Yeah.
Green doesn't have that. Even when Chun was at her most degenerate, there wasn't like just a single card that won the game from slapping it down.
I mean, Noticeable was strong, Terran was strong, but at the same time,
They're strong,
There's-
but they're not
there's
cards that like when it appears, it's like, oh dear God, I'm going to die. Compared
it's
to
funny. Yeah, but I was gonna say it's funny how crazy Call to Battle is, but now no one's going to play it, right?
Yeah, that's
Hell
so
no.
true.
And Cycle, no one wants to play Cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Whose game was it? Was it? Maybe it was in a match that happened to me where X played Natural Cycle as the very first card, and I was like, "Must be a shitty hand, bro."
Did you end up losing to that?
Yes, because fucking X. Of course I did. They're like, I'm gonna put this unit out here. I hope no one fucking blows it up. And I'm like, good. I have 3,500 cards to do it. And he's like, guess what? I got 3,501 shields.
Man did opening hand Cycle, so re-mulligan and won the game.
The biggest BM ever is the battle has begun. Let me have a 6-mana deficit and still win. Asshole.
So got a good mulligan.
Fucking real good hand. So good I thought I'd have a second one.
That's funny.
So
Yeah,
stupid.
Mulligan cards.
Man. It's still concerning that like the most successful Jill on ladder right now had to pretty much go Blazing Wall with their deck and great. It's good. It's a good deck. It's good. Doesn't abuse anything
I
at all.
still like Antibody. I still think Antibody is really strong.
I think Antibody is strong. 8, that is KG Maeda.
but Antibody's too fair. So
Antibody's too fair. Look how many fucking cards I gotta run to make Antibody work.
It's definitely fair, yeah.
It's I gotta have to have at least 10 units that explore and 3 activators, and then I can reliably get to Antibody, and that's still with a vulnerable first 15 mana or so.
Yeah.
And Wrath doesn't have to do that shit.
How much is Blazing Wall again? I always forget.
14.
14? Okay, I was thinking 12 for some reason. 14 makes sense.
God, 12 would have been
That'd be insane.
obnoxious. I mean, it's already
I'm
pretty
mixing up
obnoxious.
that too. Yeah. It's still pretty cost effective though.
Yeah, it's really interesting how people were really, shitting on Blazing Wall as like this, the worst possible hero. We even saw it in the community tier list is very low still. But
Oh yeah, the community list.
yeah, but I mean it's basically
Or-
everything that Antibody is, or at least all the important parts. and you don't
Yeah.
have to build into it.
That one attack that was really nice.
Oh, the attack is really nice, and I appreciate
Definitely.
antibody, but it's in some matchups you sit there and you have like 50 AP because your shit gets bounced on a regular basis. And that's how Raging Demon was. The matchup against Raging Demon, TFS, it was just like the minute I antibody something, it's going to be faded, so why bother?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to end this on such a negative note.
So I got some new tech for the Exodia deck.
Yeah.
That's a negative. note.
Does it trash the deck? Does it put it in the garbage?
No.
No. Like, so- Sorry, go on.
Well, I'm playing it right now. Hold on. Hopefully I get this negate off.
When can the people see it?
Oh my god.
Never. I'll have to
They-
narrate it.
They negated my negate, so I lost.
Oh no.
Purple versus purple in a nutshell. Dude. They negated my negate. Game is over.
You better negate it.
Tell my wife and kids I love them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like we were saying earlier, I play cards that don't require anything on the board, so I can just cycle. So I now play the 3 MP action Spreading Poison. And I also took down the number of Splendid Buffets that I play, because it's never like guaranteed.
Huh.
Yep. I figured you might be like interested in that one, Chris. Because
Yeah. I felt like 3 buffets was really important. But,
it's good, but it's never like always 1-for-1, right? But it does let you stabilize a little bit.
right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's the
Spreading poison?
spreading poison? I can't even remember what that looks like. Is that
It's a
that's an order
3.
card, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know. It's a 3 MP action card, and it gives -1 attack to all enemy units.
Yeah. That's
Um,
does that have Gen on it?
No.
No, I'm thinking of a different card. Was like a monster on it? I don't know. I have
oh
to
yeah,
look.
yeah. Spreading poison. I got it on the stream right now.
Yeah,
Gives
that's
-1
cool.
attack to all enemy units, effective for 1 attack. But why run that? Is that
Because
So I
it's
don't
just
have
something you throw out.
Yeah. So I don't have to play, you know, because the problem with this deck is that it will get locked out a lot. Because you don't have any units for your opponent to play, and you can't target them, so you're just stuck there with 10 MP.
Hmm.
So
I've never seen that card used.
Yeah, I thought what Chris was saying, the one with Gen on it, I was like, oh yeah, that one. I think that one's like Glare or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking daddy's mad, dude. Fucking grandpappy wants a word with you.
that artwork is a little suspect. They did Gen pretty dirty with that. Makes me-
there's a oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, there's another tech that I put into the deck. It's instead of playing what's it called, the Metal Shark player, I play Nightmare Mother now.
Ooh, I like it.
You
like
know
it.
why? Yeah, I figured
I
you
love
would.
Because you have all this MP, what do I do with it all?
It's really good.
Yeah, I do like it better than Metal Shark player.
I can see
Good.
that.
Metal Shark player can eat it.
Well, yeah. Metal Shark still has. It's still out there in some decks, but I know some people have been dropping it. It was strong in the first few weeks. But
Well, I gotta stop
Drop
building
one.
my decks around what Iowa uses, because people don't use parry. Bastards. He was like, man, parry's gonna be huge. And I'm like, alright, 3 Mikhails, let's go.
Oh,
And then no one's using parry. They're
yeah, I don't know about Perry.
like, what the fuck with this card? I mean, I think it's a good idea, and I totally understand why Iowa does it, but no one's doing it. I'm like, oh, damn it.
I stopped playing
It's just
Parry nowadays.
Wow. He doesn't even believe it
Yeah.
It's
anymore.
just difficult. It's just difficult because there might not be units, right?
Yes.
That's why you have to make your deck around just playing cards that don't need units.
We gotta
Yep.
bounce the hero.
That's why I cut down the Splendid buffets for the
Yeah.
poison thing, spreading
Yeah,
poison.
makes sense. So
Which,
do you
by the
use
way-
all? Do you use all the mana ramp now? Evil Eye and Lots?
I don't like accelerated thought because it makes it for awkward drawing. Because if you draw it, then it's like I need the 4 MP, and it takes 60 seconds for you to get that MP back, and
Mhm.
60 seconds you're still at a net loss. So, like, I could see myself playing it, but because I know that the other top players don't play that card, then
Right.
I won't play it either, right?
Just Evil Eye, right?
Yeah. Evil Eye is a card that doesn't make for very awkward situations because you have 30 seconds to gain back all that MP.
Yep.
You know, as opposed to 60. That 30-second difference makes a big change.
I know getting accelerated thoughts in basic was like intoxicating. It felt really good.
Yeah, in basic mode, it's pretty strong.
This raging demon. Look at this fucking shit. Also live gameplay, by the way.
Oh, you're playing a game.
Yeah, I'm playing a game. Figure I was gonna play. I'm gonna play. She's not the only one that can play games. Got him, dude. Got him.
I
Yeah.
lost my game.
Ah, it sucks.
Nah, that's whatever.
Killed
They,
him.
Well,
they negated my negate.
Again.
You're gonna be streaming Iowa or?
Nah.
Yeah.
Gotta
Busy.
get that meta snapshot done. I also just got a call that I work
Cool.
much earlier tomorrow, so
Shit.
Okay.
gotta go to bed early.
Well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck out there, and if you have time to climb, I would like to see it, but you probably
Oh.
won't.
Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, it'll have to be for next meta, which is a shame because like I actually do enjoy this meta, so I would grind for it.
Hmm.
But this past week has been a little bit inconvenient. Well, not inconvenient. I would say I haven't been able to put my mind on TEPPEN for the past week.
Why? What's the problem?
Totally fine. Yeah.
It's
Things
okay.
come up.
But I will be back. I'm definitely over that. So yeah,
We can work for it.
I'm back.
Thirsty, are you back?
The call out work. Yeah.
This guy using
Uh,
2 fucking things on me? Are you kidding? Bruh. Second
I was
win.
planning on doing a stream beforehand, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. Like last night's stream kind of kicked my ass. I'm gonna just take a break tonight.
I don't blame
I'll
you.
probably, I'm gonna be playing tonight anyway, so just see if I can get a little bit higher. But I'm ready
Cool.
to tank my rank.
I'm ready to
I'm sad
tank,
too.
dude.
I thought I
had
was
the
ready
stream title in mind too. It was gonna be "Let's Tank and Rank" because it works
Whoa.
2
Oh,
ways.
wow.
'Cause I'm playing Heart Tank, so if I do good, it's because of Heart Tank, and if I don't, it's because I'm tanking in rank. It works either way.
Are we still streaming?
Oh yeah.
We are still streaming. Dude, Alexia on
Yeah,
my
we're still
fucking
on.
dude. Are you kidding? What is this?
You guys care if I promote the event that's happening on Saturday, or do we already do that?
We kind of did, but you can be more specific.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys mind if I hype it a little bit?
Dude, hype it up.
Yeah, go for it.
All
It's
right.
got to be boring.
So, this Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we have your favorites, Chris D and Eve Asian versus Kyle P and KEKWArrive. Those players are often seen in the top 100 leaderboards. Kyle P and Chris D are currently in the top 100 leaderboards. And yeah, we have that 2v2 showdown. This 2v2 showdown is going to be zero themed, and each player in this event will have to bring in a zero deck. But in the same team, they cannot have the same hero art. These players also get to bring one other deck of their choosing into the 2v2. So they could bring like, a deck that they were really good with, like I would say maybe Wesker Ouroboros, even though I haven't seen Wesker Ouroboros lately, which is kind of weird. You know, they could bring Nergigante, they could bring Ryu, could bring anything. So it'll be really interesting to just see these top players play with Zero, play with probably their best deck, and then just have this 2v2 showdown between these two teams. And there will be prizes, so you know that these players are going to be giving it their all. Christy, do you have any words for the peoples for your upcoming showdown with Kyle P?
Any words? I mean,
Could be
I already
anything.
talked about Kyle a little bit.
Oh.
He's a good player, and you know, QQ's good as well. But I mean, we're gonna win, so none of that matters.
Wow.
I love it. That's what I was looking for.
Simply put.
Simply put, it's gonna be a fucking blowout.
But yeah, again, Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. It's April 4th. April 4th. Oh, and we also have a really cool cast team. We have Horrible Chopstick and James Chen
Oh,
casting
that's right.
together for the first time. So that'll be really cool.
I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, look
oh
at
God,
this
what
man.
bullshit am I playing against right now? God damn it.
Everyone's playing right now. Like, oh, Jesus.
I'm not playing. I'm good.
It's
I'm
fucking-
I'm good. dude.
God damn it. I'm gonna lose this. I don't know what this is. It's Ouroboros Wesker, and it's like, okay, there's a gate. Oh, cool. He's got headshot. He just played Ashley. What?
Oh,
It's a
spicy.
giant killer. I'm gonna lose 50 points for this.
Watch out for Rebirth Cody.
God damn it. All right.
There he is. Just,
Gosh dang it.
Remember we were just talking about salt earlier, and State of Flow.
All right, hold on. We can do this. Felicia can do this.
what if I
World
shoot
level
this
commentating,
man?
always, yeah.
Shoot this man. Give us the holes. Holes on stream. Let's go, boys. Oh, dude.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know about Chop too much, but I think James is still playing the game, right?
Oh yeah, he even made a tweet today and tagged me in it. He was
Oh.
like, I've been playing Zombie Rakoha, it's really good. And
Yup. I know he's on that.
yeah. So James
deck.
Chen, he's an absolute gamer, I tell you.
Mhm.
Yup. He's been doing it longer than any of us. That's for sure.
Fucking gamers.
Dude, I'm so scared what this Wesker is gonna do. He's playing tag team.
This
Why
man
he
is
playing
not
tag
responding to my actions, dude. I showed you my fucking action. Please respond.
team? What is he doing? This is not okay. Oh wait, no, you're dumb. We're okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
always a good
gosh.
feeling. Just that's the game right now, I guess.
Bunch of
Okay.
salt.
I'm
This is
watching
okay.
Maud's game and I can't believe there's like a pupper up there. Do you guys see the pupper?
Yeah.
The what?
There's a little puppy.
A little puppy. Where? Where's the puppy?
Oh, he's dead now.
like a
Dead ass
wolf.
pup.
Ew.
Who the fuck?
Oh.
Oh my
You
god.
got this. Come on.
He's
Go.
he's doing bit resonate. This is obscene.
Big res.
Bit the on resonate does.
Oh, bit. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is stupid. All right.
That's
well,
Oh, I can't malice this. I don't have enough health.
Bit.
Yeah, the damn. This is such a weird deck. I don't like this match. All right, we won. That's okay. Everything's
Yeah.
okay.
It's always scary when you don't recognize it, what's going on. And
Kushala is amazing in this meta again. Just gonna add that.
Yo, Malik's
Yeah,
game
Kushal's
got me
cool.
on edge.
I know. I'm fucking spooked, dude. Want to see some? Oh wait, what's he doing?
I think he's out of units.
Aww.
That looks like.
Oh
two
no
more
no no!
coming.
No, he just played the resurrection card.
oh, jeez.
Oh, but he didn't get a ascendant thingy. Oh, but Malik's also capped on MP. This is really good. Oh, he just played another unit,
Oh my god.
but it doesn't have ascension, so he can't use.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
It's like I wouldn't have waited that long with the attack line jump.
Yo, dude, get out of here. Nah, never
Nice.
lose with this deck.
Dang.
That's pretty sick.
I love the dive bomb into the heavy pierce shit, dude. It's just like, yo, want to see me do 11 to your face right now?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Wow.
Oh, I loved it. That was so good. That was a good game. I liked it.
It is really
Dive bomb,
good.
baby.
Like this deck with the Sigma tech at the end game is amazing because 7-11, if you dive bomb it, you can one-shot someone's Sigma.
Yeah,
That's actually really
true.
smart. I didn't even think of that.
Mhm.
Yep.
It just so happens, like if it was 3-3, it would not work. Ooh, it's fun.
Yeah, dive bomb's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I hate
That's
to be
pretty
that guy,
strong,
but is the podcast like?
but- Is it over?
Yeah, it's like to talk
Well,
about, right?
you guys were
We're
playing
winding down.
games, or at least I was playing. I was like, shit, I could be
I,
playing.
I was playing games.
We forgot to do more like chat interaction, like questions or maybe like viewer matches or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did talk about that last stream.
Oh shit.
We gotta do more for the people.
Yo, did you see that? Guy was like,
Well, does anybody have questions for the panel?
yeah.
Anyone
before
have
we-
have had any amazing TEPPEN highlights in the past week?
Yeah.
I've had a few. I've had some amazing ones, like top 6 player playing Ceasefire after.
Oh god, that's right.
Oh yeah,
After
that was great.
So I beat top 6 with Sekia. It's a good deck, guys.
10U says, I just popped in to say that I admire your commitment to this game. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Aw,
Smile.
smile.
Yeah. Going off to what 10U says, I do gotta give each of you props. Like, I really respect that you guys really stick to TEPPEN, and I do see like some people they usually like drifts or whatever, but what you guys do for this game is definitely valuable, and I'm sure that everybody appreciates it. I definitely appreciate you guys, and it's been a pleasure to know each of you.
Oh yeah. Same to you.
Everything you just said applies to you as well.
Aw,
Yep.
yeah, this has been a
Thank
lot of
you.
fun.
Should X Hunters cost more? I don't think so. I don't think
Shh.
X Hunters is really the problem.
Should this
It's
shithead let his
everything else
fucking
around it.
tyrant die already?
Maybe just
Um,
memory needs to change.
Yeah, memory needs to change.
Yeah.
Maverick's memories is definitely the bigger problem with the
X Hunters.
X Hunters deck.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yo,
who
we got
has
the Ares
the-
in, dude. Let's go, boys. Fuck this game. I hate this fucking game.
Oh, that's Mallet's emoji. Oh man,
Which one?
the Surgus.
Surgus.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boy,
Boy.
Just BTTV.
Desperate
is
Act
so
with Urizen?
cool.
For real?
what
though?
are you playing against? This is weird.
This is weird. Play another action, I dare you. Fuck. So 5 points, is that enough to give him 2 growth?
Secret
Like now
Walls.
it's got destroy aim. That's weird.
Oh,
Secret
Yeah.
Walls says, I'm trying to win with 3-color ultimate weapon deck. Guess what? It's not easy.
No,
I don't even
it
know
would
what
not
colors you
be.
can use. I guess purple.
Sorry
Right.
to hear that.
Tricolor is just
Use
such,
purple for
such a disadvantage. You literally start with 1 less mana.
like ultimate weapon counts as an explorer, so using new generation Reploids to get another ultimate weapon is a really cool idea. And then using A-Trans, which I assume is the other, you're using green maybe, to copy those ultimate weapons is a great idea. But then where's your mana? How are you gonna play all those ultimate weapons out, and how are they going to hit? Right.
Yep.
I guess that's the problem you're running into.
Mm-hmm.
Timote would love to see a Battlegrounds draft system. What would it look like, and do you think it's possible, or even likely?
oh, that guy fucked
It's
up.
definitely possible. I would love to have it too. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I said it before.
in terms of like a
Be-
battleground
system.
system, I think that's kind of what our EXGP is meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
The memory counter is debatable. The thing with X Hunters is if you increase the memory counter, it's just gonna make
Doesn't-
it's gonna make
yeah.
playing against it even more boring because now they're just gonna be spamming even more actions.
Yeah. Yeah. Take longer, but they can still get to it at the end all the same.
I think with the draft and battlegrounds thing, it's definitely 100% doable for Teppen. I like, what's it called? Shadowverse is an example I would pull for a card game that has a draft system. And what they do is they have, it's called a take-two system. And what happens is they'll let you pick a hero at the beginning, but it's like random. So you get to pick like 1 out of 3 random heroes. You pick that hero, and then what they do is they present you 4 cards, like 2 on each side. So then you have to pick like 2 on the left side or 2 on the right side, and then that goes into your deck. So eventually you pick enough cards to where you make like a full deck, and then you just go into similar to how like we have it in Grand Prix where you fight like 5 people randomly, right? So I think it's 100% possible for Teppen. Teppen does have the community to, you know, uphold that game mode because our matchmaking is still like instant fast. You guys ever
Yep.
notice that?
Yeah.
It's been like what, almost a year now, and we still have amazing queue times for like
Great.
connecting just like that.
So fast you can't even cancel it, dude.
Exactly.
Get out shit.
Sometimes you can, but you have to be fast with it.
Yeah. But the only thing that I see would be, you know, an obstacle is the design time for that format, and then just like implementing it. I think it's
Yeah.
more of like you know, back end dev side kind of thing.
I think what Timo's saying and what you were just saying, kind of like made me remember that in tournament mode, whenever that comes around, you can use any deck in the game or any card in the game.
Oh yeah,
making
yeah.
your deck. Like they just unlock everything for you to use.
Mhm.
And like, why? I mean, I get why they don't make it a full-time thing, but like, I don't know, man. I wish there were different modes in this game where like you can just try stuff out, right?
Mhm.
Like, even if it's not player versus player, like just be able to try a deck out with any card in the game before you craft it, right?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Like just something like that would be cool. Like it doesn't even have to be a draft mode, but obviously draft mode would have everything in it as well, unless there was like, you know, EXGP type rules.
Mhm.
But like having room matches where you can change the rules in your room, that would be cool. There's just a lot more you can do with this format, this type of game. It's still very limited, but I don't know. That doesn't mean they can't branch out.
Mhm.
And as far as I know, the NA team is aware of those desires to see like a draft mode and a spectator mode. So
You know,
best we
yeah.
can hope for
I
is
don't
that they
even talk about
relay it. Say what?
I completely like gave up on spectator mode. I don't, like that's like so far from my mind right now. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, I didn't even look at TEPPEN channel for the longest time, but once I saw the features that are in there, I'm like, well, what the hell? And now I understand why people are like, where is it? Because you can see both
Yeah.
players' decks. That would be kind of cool to be
I
able to see
mean,
that.
yeah, that's cool. I really like how they share the decks in the rematches or the replays. I mean, that's a really cool idea. So yeah, they did some stuff right. They just got to keep going with it.
That man is running a lot of seeds.
Yeah, dude. Fucking 3 seeds of righteousness, dude. But he's got the shields to back it up. This man has 9 shields.
Oh boy.
I like this replay must be just like frustration incarnate. It's just like ha 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 ha.
Don't forget he's got natural cycle, so 18 shields.
Actually 18 shields. Yo man, can I get some more of that? Oh my god, this person has all the detonations. Okay, let's look at this Jill real quick. That's what I could do when we're not showing anything. I could play one of these.
What's the shortcut to that big Omega lol? That's like an O.
What? A shortcut?
What that?
Yeah, that one.
It's just Omega
Yeah,
lol.
that one.
Omega lol all caps.
All caps. Dude, shields.
There you go.
All right, guys. I think I should head out. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
And, I mean, we're at the end of the show, so it's totally cool, man.
See, that's how you use it too. Timo's got it. You gotta put it in place of an O
Yeah, it's pretty much
for
just an O.
maximum effect.
See ya.
See you, Adam.
See ya. Oh shit, he's
Later,
gonna,
man. Good
he's gonna
talking.
disappear from here. Yeah, we should wrap it up, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to
finish
stream
settle.
my Digimon pulls at 11 and then get
Ooh.
sad when I don't get my Dukemon.
And then play more Teppen games, Smile.
Yeah, more Teppen. I mean, I like playing my nerd deck, but thought of going into ranked with it is like it's fun, but it's also like everyone's trying weird stuff, and I'm scared.
Yeah. See if you can find matches on the free EXGP.
Oh yeah.
Mode.
You just throw your nerd
Yeah, I
deck in
don't
there.
Some people are saying they can play games in it right now. So
Oh yeah, you want me to try that?
Red Cap once said he won 2 games in free EXGP. So it's possible
Yay,
people are trying
giant
to try
killer
it out.
challenge.
Are you playing ranked right now? Boy, you're asking for trouble.
All right, well,
All right, let's see how
that's the end of it.
That's the end of this.
That's the end of the show.
Rakoha. What's gonna happen to me? I can only imagine.
Some
Oh,
climbing
it's a
with-
jury. Fucking cool. I love turn 1 jury. I'm sure he's got stealth flight or something to just fuck my day.
Yeah, this
So
deck
And
is
hook shot.
wild.
He doesn't have hook shot. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, we got Ascension. We have Ascension in this Jill deck. Purple Ascension. This is not a drill.
good lord, you guys are having a time.
Oh, no, this is just a replay I'm watching.
Please don't die. Please don't die.
Yeah.
The Beppen channel. No, this guy has more than 9 shields. He's got Alia. Oh my fucking god, get in the car, dude.
Aaliyah. Shields on shields on shields.
Oh, I don't know if they have any
Okay,
rescuers
right now.
bullet. Man, seals and shit. This is like
Yeah,
the
that's not
absolute worst.
I can't draw
There's a
my
couple
seal,
guys.
and this jury is just chilling here. It's gonna go horrible.
There's a couple guys streaming the game right now, surprisingly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Volan Gaming. He actually just he's interesting because he just started the game this past week. And I rated him on Saturday, I think. And he is slowly picking up the game and learning it. And he's actually playing Jill right now. He really likes Jill.
Uh-oh.
But he was streaming like all day today. He's like addicted to the game, man.
Uh-oh.
And
Tell him
he's- I think he just started streaming again. He's like been streaming this game all day. It's crazy. So
I
he's really
didn't
into it. That's
notice.
another new streamer for the game, which is cool. And then I don't recognize this guy, the Garmar Gamers. He might have been streaming the game in the past. I don't know. So yeah.
I'm used to saying the same
sure to,
names, so I actually didn't notice anyone
Yeah.
streaming. Volan
This
sure
guy
to
Gaming.
keeps
support
using quicksand
The
on my.
upcoming streamers, guys, if you can.
Shit, we'll do this.
I vote Volan if we're doing anybody.
Oh shit, he's back.
Volan. He's back.
We're doing a raid. Yeah. Well, Valan actually is doing a ton with this game. Like he's been playing all day. Like every time I saw who was streaming Teppen, he was on.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
All right, well, let's take a look here.
And
Yeah,
but he's
I-
very new. He's picking up the game and really like it.
I figured everyone was here, but I can always raid and then do my set salty pulls off stream. Beginner players playing with viewers, card and board game, mobile game. He's got a banner and everything, dude. Looks
I
more
with a
prof-
ghost.
Dude, looks more professional than me. Let's
It's cool.
dude, my usual setup is just like collage.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on getting some better art on my background so I can make the street look nicer.
I'm very
Shut
minimal.
up,
You guys.
Thirsty. Your
you guys
shut,
can make-
shit looks nice.
Yeah, Thirsty. You have a good
But
setup.
it could be nicer.
But it could be nicer, dude.
Sure,
The
sure.
1%, dude.
I think the different sound clips you play on your streams, Thirsty in particular, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, I had 27 new ones yesterday. That's great.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, I won't do any of that, but I like the
gotta-
streamers that do that stuff.
I gotta make a whole. I gotta like do a Teppen session where I'm only playing like red with holes in the deck, just because I found the perfect holes sound clip.
Ooh. That's exciting.
I'm working on getting unique notifications for resubs because I found that setting that's like, oh, use a different notification when their sub exceeds like so many months. I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. We could do that.
Oh yeah, for more special stuff.
Very special.
Mm.
I'm waiting for
Yeah.
this Volan to
Yeah.
start playing the game, but he's just in queue and
He's not playing.
Oh, this guy, his opponent DC'd.
I can only see the thumbnail where it shows, like, go against the Morgan. Yeah. Right.
But yeah, we'll hop over there and we'll all say hello.
Yeah.
New streamer. So let me see. Volan Gaming.
I think he's on day 3 of the game. Day 4 maybe. I forget.
Well, it's important for us to encourage that stuff. Oh, when's the next tournament? That is next public tournament? Ooh, that I don't know.
I don't know.
Next public tournament? That's a good question. I will talk with Riceball and just keep an eye on the tournament announcements. I'll try to get one happening this upcoming week.
By the way, actually, Iowa, since I have you here for this,
Yeah.
would it be better to not require decks at sign up? Because then I feel like then you would get like a better early sign up number. Because I know with a lot of the tournaments, it's kind of scary to have like get near the day with no one signed up. But I feel like most people don't sign up because they don't have their decks ready.
You are absolutely correct, and I have never had anybody tell me that, and that is like mind-blowing. Yeah, nobody has ever told me like, hey, you know, people that sign up, they don't have their deck list, yo. I've never had anybody tell me that.
That happened in the past. That was like back in the day though, when we were doing tournaments. That's
Yeah,
a while back.
It would happen a lot, but I never took it into perspective, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, well, you know, should have a time to submit the decks before the tournament, right? But I think it's easier to kind of get people, because I know some people too will just forget to sign up because, you know, when I saw the tournament, like I asked Mallet and we're like, let's sign up right now. And it's like, oh shit, we need decks right now and put it off because we needed to make the decks first. So, and I know usually they're okay with changing decks before the tournament anyway. So I just feel like it would make sense to not ask for decks at sign up.
That's fair. I agree with that. Well, we can do it a couple ways. So if we do deck lists at all, then what will happen is it needs to be in one space, right? That everybody can see.
Mhm.
And that would take it took me when I was doing Fatty Powers thing for like, I don't know how many people it was, 10 people. It took me about, 20 minutes to get all those deck lists uploaded to Google Drive.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do it that way, or the second thing we can do like no deck list, and then you just play against people. There is a third option that I just thought about, and that's to make a deck list specific channel. So then what people would do is they would just like upload their deck list into that text channel, and then everybody can see it in the Discord.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So those are 3 options that we could do as far as like deck lists go.
Yeah.
But one thing that I did notice is that with the Thirsty Games extravaganza, is that there's probably not a lot of people that want to do payment for entry for tournament. But then we circle back to the same problem that there's no prize support in that case.
It's tough because even the
So-
free ones weren't getting too many entries, but I think it's based on, I guess, knowledge. I guess if people were more aware of stuff,
Right.
maybe it would be a better turnout. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to get the knowledge out there without like being too overt with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's kind of on us because people watch streams, but not everybody watches streams.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Discord, but like, I don't know. It's hard to just like ping everyone in the Discord and say, hey, there's a thing going on.
Yeah, I would love to ping everybody every day, but the problem
Yeah.
is that it does get under people's skin. Like I heard that what's his name? He was the first person to win like a gung ho thing, prize pool. Mogwai. Apparently Mogwai said somewhere that I left the TEPPEN Discord because they kept pinging everybody. So I was like, all right.
All right, dude.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that doesn't.
Well, he
like
doesn't
getting
even play a game anymore.
pinged all the time, so I definitely like just have that stuff turned off.
I was gonna say just mute it. I mean, Discord has a lot of neat features.
Yeah, but then that's also why I miss like tournaments and things like that. So I set my Discord to follow the tournament announcement stuff too. So I should be better at that, and then be better at like talking about it and hopefully maybe not paying everyone's entry fee for the next one.
Dude, me and Mars Crisis, man, we're looking at this fucking match and we're just fucking.
This match is crazy.
I think maybe if the Discord had like maybe like a weekly bulletin or something. But again, like you don't really want to ping everyone, but like I don't know, maybe like a weekly Discord news bulletin or something, just like updating people to let them know about things going on, because not everyone's checking the tournament channel, I think.
Yeah, well, we actually did have one of the helpers offer. I'm not going to name names, but they offered to do it, and then I tried to be like, hey guys, can you guys help this guy? And then there was just no traction, and we had this like discussion a couple times, so things never just moved on. So one of the things that I was thinking to myself was, let's put the power in the people's hands, because I absolutely believe that if you are right for the job, or you can do the job, or you're willing to do it, whatever it is, you should be able to go for what you want. And that's why I created the community projects category, which you can go to the TEPPEN Discord, go to assign roles at the top, and then there's going to be a assign role that you can do. It's called TCP. TCP stands for TEPPEN Community Projects, and you can assign those roles to yourselves, and what they'll do is they will get you to where there's content maker resources, there's event organizing resources, and then there's also I'm looking for people to become data collectors, so that way we can have a bunch of like little facts and collect all these data about TEPPEN. Because I had somebody ask me like, hey, I'm looking for matchup data, but for TEPPEN we don't have that, and I'm like, yeah, it's because nobody's doing it, right?
But how do we do it?
We gotta have the people, whoever's right for the job. I did have somebody sign up for the data position, but I'm waiting for more people before I just like start things. Like if I get one more person, then I will definitely shoot that program off and fire it. And like I'm not exactly looking for like the perfect person to go for all these stuff. As long as like is something that you want to do and you want to take one step up, I will help you take the rest of the steps to get you where you would want to be. So you don't have to be like the straightest head in the place. You don't have to have like everything together. We can just like slowly get you there, baby steps.
That's cool.
That's cool.
You all heard that?
Dude, Iowa wants to be a mentor, dude. Sounds fun.
I believe that people should have the ability to do what they want. So if they want to like content create, go for it. If they want to make events, go for it. If they want to provide data for people, go for it. I also made a template for if they want to make like content. So people have like a template of how I write guides, and it's a template of my Zero guide. So if they wanted to write a guide for like Zero, for example, I mean not Zero, Ryu, for example, and they just wanted to submit that, they could, right? And it doesn't even have to be like
not Zero. That's my thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a full-blown guide, but if you have like some data on, Ryu versus Akuma, for example, then you can write about that, and I'll take it.
Sorry. The emotes.
Emotes.
Gosh dang, guys.
Anyway.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, Baki's a marketer. He's interested.
I can't look at it anymore. That match
data
was so long, the
collection-
phone went dark. Dude.
We're looking for is more of like in-game data, so like matchup
Yeah.
data.
So would it be
Yeah,
like
makes sense.
everybody contributing what they find, or
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because we have no way of. I don't know how other people do it, but they must have like a team or something to be like, okay, this matchup is like 60-40, or this matchup is like 50-50, 70-30, 9-10, you know? Because you'll see that in Pokemon a lot. I know that.
I just wonder how we can get authentic data.
Correct.
Yeah.
Getting authentic data is really important. I suppose if we had like a stronger tournament scene, we could collect data that way. But of course, as you all know, the tournament scene is kind of like
Well, yeah, tournaments alone isn't like, well, it's a way to tell one thing, right, for competitive play, but the ladder is so different from tournaments in general that you really have to encompass a lot more. Like, I think for most bigger games, they probably just do like community polling or, you know, a group of experts or whatever, or, you know, people, you know, I don't know. But it's all community done in some way or another. So whether it's polling to figure out, you know, what the best thing is, or, you know, how your luck with polls was, or something like that. Like if you polled the community, who has an evil Ryu skin, right? Like that's the basic data, right? But it can go much deeper than that, as long as people are willing to participate.
It worked. Okay. The camera was doing a thing, so I switched the Discord server, and we're good.
Oh.
Actually, I was doing something like that when I was on the X clan during the first season of the Yawn meta, and like I think I still have it. Let me see if I can find it. But I was keeping track of all my matches and getting like win-loss and everything. Oh, here it is.
I was only tracking my wins against Yawn.
I was gonna say we've been doing that like the last couple seasons. Is like whoever the villain is, it's just like
Got my kill counter up.
the yawn kill count. Izzy's got the X and 0 fucking kill count, or the loss count, I guess.
The Lucia counter.
Lucia counter. Her matchup against herself. God damn it.
Oh yeah, I had this is when I was trying Chris's Uro list, and I have Mallet's Jill list on here too.
I wonder how you can get Timote on it, dude. He's statistics. Fucking just design something real quick.
Yeah, back when I was a Yawn sellout. Well, that all that data was when I was just only like trying to make X work.
whoa. The Thirsty Games, I see you posted a this thing,
Yeah,
whatever it's called.
the spreadsheet.
That's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
spreadsheet.
This was 2 metas ago though, when I could sit and play this game for 9 hours and not want to rip my head off.
Dude, you played my deck 6 times. After that, you're like, fuck Jill.
This thing sucks.
This stuff is garbage.
50% win rates, ass.
It's tough, man. Oh, you played the meta snapshot Jill more? You
And
son
I
of a
kicked
bitch.
ass. It was awesome.
Wow, what was different about it then, asshole?
It didn't have morals.
Wow. Oh, it didn't have morals. Oh wait, this is from last card set, right?
Yeah, this was the first season of Ascension.
That was the deck that was like super like it didn't have many legendaries. It was just straight up bunch of explorers, bunch of clairs, just do it and
Yeah,
like
Like
ran
Lily
mana.
in it too.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was successful. I mean, I'm obviously a top 30 guy, but I was like, it just felt so. I'd miss my Axel.
Or Axel.
Yeah, you should send all our data to Timote. He'll do it. He'll compile it all.
That's cool. Yeah.
Although I'm not trying to think of an easy way to do that for people to I guess you could have some sort of like an HTML thing for a website that's just like drop down lists, something, or maybe something you can like click. You know, who are you? Who'd you play against? And be like win, loss. Something easy to mark down. So even streamers could have it like in a little window that you just like click, done.
So many
timer counter is not that tough.
My thing is like compiling the data, especially like for me when I'm picking like the data people, I want them to be people that I think that would be able to compile something that would at least reflect the ladder. Because I think that, you know, if we make it open, then we might get some submissions to like somebody might think like, oh my gosh, Ebony and Ivory Dante is like the best deck ever. Like, how are you not #1 with this kind of thing?
Actually, I won with this deck 1,000 times, and I don't remember how many times I lost, so I just put the wins in.
Cool. I am fighting Rikoha 0, and he just got 2 nightmares from
It's fine, dude.
me. It's fucking cool,
just,
man.
just win though. Just win.
It's. I just lost because he just got 2 nightmares. I hate this game. Because of course that wipes out 2 of my units, and he's gonna Rikoha me, and I'm gonna die.
But we can definitely try and get more traction for that idea moving forward. If people sent replays, that'd be good to guard against bad data, but also a pain to submit. Yeah, for each one, that might be tough. We could, I mean, maybe just for the time being, try to get streamers on board with doing that.
Yeah, I think the only way I'd be able to be okay with doing it is if I had people sign up. That's why I had the sign up sheet, the form that's in the Discord right now, is that you can sign up to be a data tracker, and if I am like, okay, I know this person is legit, I think that they can do a good job and you know, reflect the meta in for us to make like a list, you know, compile data and have it reflect the ladder. Then I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna be like, okay, you're on my team, so I'll bring those people together, put something out. That's what I want, because I don't want it to be where it's like open community you know, data, because it could be skewed, right?
Totally. That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, so the only way I'd see it be doing is like if I could pull a team together.
A team? That sounds really interesting. How long have you been when did you put the shout out for that? Just now.
The
compiling
community
data
projects. The community projects thing.
I knew he was gonna have Soul's Return. I hate this game. Sorry.
So sad.
I hope he loses X Hunters. I'm sure he didn't, but I wish that. Stupid.
I'm so sorry, man.
This is so dumb. And I should be winning health, but of course 2 nightmares and a ceasefire. That's great. This is fun. I'm definitely getting outplayed here. I wish I could be as smart as him.
Yeah, that's my favorite salty quote. It's like, teach me
And now
me
he's got
to be as good as you.
he's got a Rikoha. Like, I can't put something down without it dying immediately.
But the important part is you're not being profane. You're not being vulgar like me.
Oh my god.
See, look at that.
Oh.
So, if people want to help out with this data collection thing, what do they have to do?
First of all, they need to sign up and sign up for it in my form.
Saved up.
So you go to the TEPPEN Discord, go to assign roles, assign yourself the TCP data role, and then when you scroll down, it will take you to a new category, which is the community projects category. And then in one of the channels, there's a form. And then with that form, you can sign up, and then hopefully I'll pick you, and then we can, you know, bring a team together. And the thing is like, I'll probably let everybody, you know, if you sign up, then I'll automatically accept you probably, just so I can get to know you better. But the problem is like, if I find your data to be like skewed or like maybe misdirected a little bit, I might have to be like, hey, this is what's going on.
I'm gonna call it
so
right now.
we'll probably like put you somewhere else. You know what I mean?
So,
Repurpose you.
Are you looking for people to provide data or people to manage the data?
Both.
Both, okay. That could be managed. That could be done. God damn it, Chris!
This is horrible, man.
It's happening, dude. Look at the stream. See, look at that looks like. That's
Oh,
fucking
look.
crazy, dude.
This is
My problem is I was just on Twitter,
Twitter, I don't think so.
apparently. Well,
See, look at that. Switch
Yeah.
Discord servers again. It's weird because the audio always comes in clear.
yeah, I don't know what it is really. It might be just, I don't know. Because I was having some frame drops earlier. It wasn't too bad. I think it's just the internet tonight though. I don't know.
The channel is so papega. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason. The only data collection thing I've seen was what Durian was coming up with.
Oh
But-
yeah, yeah.
But that's just
Oh,
he's
cool.
just using a TEPPEN channel.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like a whole pie chart or something.
Yeah, you guys want to look at Rakoha or Rakoha? 1462 or 1490?
Ooh.
Dude, this guy's got them all, dude. He's like, I
That was
fucking
cool.
love.
You guys were on the channel, though. That
Pokemon,
was
dude.
kinda cool. Neat.
Well, if you guys want to stick around for a
Of
fucking...
course, it goes in front of my iris. It's all these empty slots. Why does this man have all this luck? Why does purple? I'm so mad at him. He has. God, cool. This game is he's very good. He's a very good player.
His mother must be very proud, dude.
I'm fucking dead.
Well, I want to
He's,
pick a very good player earlier today.
Well, I'm
He's the
finally
next last
gonna.
Guardian.
Dude, I can't.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I beat him once, dude. On that weird
Yeah.
jank ass deck.
Yeah, yeah.
Why does purple need a 3/7 4-cost agility unit that lowers attack?
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, just because.
Why do they need that? I'm so.
It's a card.
What, Mizu?
Yeah, yeah.
Agility? Yeah, it's
Pretty good.
strong, dude. Hold
I'm
up.
glad I lost 20 points for
It
that.
needs memory 7, right? It needs memory 7. That's a lot.
I need everyone's
really
energy
hard
right now,
for
dude.
purple to hit.
They gotta work for it.
Yep. This
That
is-
definitely power crypt the hell out of Lilith, though. Like,
Oh man.
why would you play Lilith when you can just play Mizu? So sad.
Yep. But we got a 2/5 3-cost agility unit. That's just as good, right?
Hey, you got the zoomies deck. I've seen that. I've seen people play a bunch of zoomies.
Chicken?
The zoomies would be a lot better if we had that purple card in our deck.
Oh. Oh my god, there it is! Yes! Okay, oh my god, yay. Did it, y'all. Jesus Christ, get in the car. Alright. Sorry, everybody.
We done here? Or-
I think we're done.
Well, everyone was here, dude. The podcast was good luck. Oh my god. Alright.
Pog?
Super Pog. I mean, that's
Mega Pog? Digimon?
Shut the fuck
The
up.
digital monsters?
Dude, you getting sassy with me? I'll turn this fucking podcast around, dude. We'll start at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm willing to talk about salt again.
I got the boy. Dude, new data is available though.
All right, so we good? We done?
Are we good? Did you shut the fuck?
What were we rating again?
Clown honking noise, dude. That's me, dude. They had to make me download more data. Anyway,
You made
all
a
right.
honking noise?
I guess. What? Dude.
This man did, I think, 5 Rikohas in this match. By the way,
It's a lot of Rakohas.
it is obscene.
Better get like some frequent flyer miles for that, dude. Dude, free honks, dude. That that was the horn. It was not me. That's it. All right. We're gonna share some love with this guy. This podcast is over. Now that we've gotten the, now that I've gotten my gotcha
Please.
luck.
Please support streamers that also play this game.
Yeah, support
Yep,
this
not
new
just us.
streamer.
In the game.
He
If you're a new
plays-
player, it's way more fun.
He was
Yes.
playing Jill. God damn it. Yeah, pretend like the game is fun. Now go.
I got hit by every legendary.
Got
I'm
him,
so
dude.
not happy about this match, man.
You done?
Yeah, we're done. Ooh, he's got a fancy overlay and shit.
I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat too.
I didn't get to do that yet, so later, folks.
Oh my
We'll
goodness.
see
Good
ya.
times.
Thanks for another
Oh my goodness.
successful
Oh, crap.
podcast.
Panic.
Yep. Peace.